Alright, we're back. Return to Shironagasu Island, Part 3. So, I've taken us back to where Ikeda first entered the room, and we're going to try to pick a different option and hopefully get something a little less incomprehensible. So I'm going to go ahead and skip through this because we read it last time. So ultimately, we're just trying to find the note. So we have the card lost. Yeah, so we're going to send that to her. Guard post 00P3G. So I'm going to try to actually send this a new code to her. No. I'll just send her the code as it is now. My instinct tells me that it would be best to send this code and not to mess around. Am I under the influence of something in this strange room? Well, I'll trust my intuition. I'll send this code as I see it now. I use the device and send Neko the code. Alright. I feel as if something strange is happening right now. Is it just my imagination? Let's see. Anything on here? I should check the other parts of the living quarters. Okay. So, same ones as Roy Higgins. Study. Got it. This chair has been moved in the exact same way. That can't be a coincidence. Even if Sir Higgins somehow made an exact copy of Lord Raymond's study, realistically this should not be possible. Okay. There's the painting. The window. And the chandelier. The light switch doesn't appear to work. Got it. Alright, what else are we trying to figure out here that might be weird? Is there anything here? Something's not right. This situation is too unusual. I should check in with Neko again. Ah, looks like she sent me a reply. What is this gibberish? Is there a connection issue? Or is it one of Neko's weird pranks? Whoa, what's going on? Darn, what's happening to me? I can no longer read the letters! My left brain half must be under the influence of something. There are hallucinogens in this room. I have to get out of here quickly. My vision is blurry. Darn, I can't move. They got me. Neko. Ugh. Oh no, is this going to lead to the exact same ending? If it does, I'll just skip to the next one. I'll reload or something. Oh wait, no. What? So wait a minute. Why did... I don't get it. Why did sending the old code get us the bad ending? And why did sending the new code take us here? I'm very confused. Hopefully all will be made clear. Neko is talking. Ikeda. What's keeping him? He's taking too long. Could something have happened to him? Huh? Didn't Ikeda leave just 2 minutes ago? Did you miss him that much already? I don't particularly miss him or anything. I was just talking to myself, not to you. Is she planning on staying in this room the entire time? She's making me so nervous that I just might have to throw up. Well, we'll just have to sit tight for now. We can't go outside. Ew! Who's that? Hey, you're startling me, even me, with your jumpy behavior. Could you be a little less weird? It's probably just Giselle. It's okay. As I thought, it's Giselle. I'll open the door. Young lady, are you alright? Miss Baxter contacted me, so I came here immediately. Is it true that Sir Raymond has been murdered? I didn't see the murder scene myself, but apparently it is true. We should stay put for the time being. The killer is still out there. Wait a minute. I don't think I can mentally handle being together with these two for very long. I'd rather be attacked by the killer. Neko, why are you so agitated? You don't really think that it'd be better to be attacked by the killer, do you? I wasn't thinking that at all. Darn, she's unexpectedly sharp. Huh? What's that sound? That sound? A message from Ikeda. It's definitely a message from Ikeda, but it's a strange message with jumbled letters. The lazy guy didn't even write something as a subject. Ikeda sent you a message? What a strange message. I'm sure that something is wrong. There's no way Akeda would have sent me a message just to scare me. Probably. If that's really the case, could he be unable to write a proper message? But there are line breaks and brackets, so he definitely had time. So there are two possibilities. Either Akeda is a fool who can't properly type, or Akeda didn't realize that he wasn't making sense. Both are bad. Or he could no longer recognize letters due to anesthetics or hallucinogens, halothane, laughing gas, psilocybin, mescaline, LSD. No. I don't want to tell him that. I want to tell him to run away quickly. Get out of there now. Gas is in the air. I hope you'll be able to react fast enough. What is that strange text inside the brackets? Looks like a code. Card lost. 00L3C? It could be, but everything else except for this sentence is just complete gibberish. Ikeda might just have typed the letters he saw before his eyes. So even if his inability to recognize the meaning of letters was impaired, he should still be able to send me the correct letters. What do you mean? Well, for example, a piece of paper reads Stupid Akira. However, because of a hallucinogen, you misread it as Genius Akira. What if you then see two buttons labeled Stupid Akira and Genius Akira? Which button would you have to press to actually output Stupid Akira? The answer is that you have to press the button that says Genius Akira, because you misread the text on the buttons in the same way. So, in such a situation, if you don't type the letters that you think you see, you'll actually send the wrong information, even though you're really a dummy, Akira. I think Ikeda probably typed the letters as he saw them. If he'd remembered the text he saw earlier and typed that instead, he would have sent the wrong code. Ouch. That hurt. Okay, that was a really long-winded explanation of why that worked. So, we're tripping on gas. So, sending the wrong information was actually sending the right information. Makes sense. Why? Why did Akira do Iron Claw to me? Why would she resort to unreasonable violence? I was only trying to explain this to her. What a horrible, unstable person. Why does nobody get that, like, calling people stupid and stuff provokes bad reactions? Naneko, you're just as unable to get that as Akeda is. Whatever. Even if it's some kind of code, it probably wouldn't be much use in our current situation. We should just lay low here. But things will get worse if we don't save him. I know how you feel, but you should be patient. I'm sure Akeda will be fine. If he doesn't come back in 30 minutes, we'll reconsider. Alright. 30 minutes later. Alright. Huh? He's taking his time. Giselle, how long has it been? 30 minutes have passed, young lady. Something did happen to Akeda after all. Oh. Here we go again. If you're going to throw up, please do so in the toilet bowl. But he should have been back by now. I don't think it should take so long to just sneak into Sir Raymond's living quarters. Young lady, shall I go to the main building to check on him? It's probably a little bit dangerous. We should all go together. If anything happens, we should come back to this room right away, alright? Okay. Good luck. I'll stay here and pray for your safety. You little... Ouch! So wait, are we playing as Akira now? I don't see anyone. This really is creepy. Oh, they're forcing her to come along. Gotcha. Where could Akeda be? I'm sure he took the elevator to Sir Raymond's living quarters. We should go there. I have a feeling that we shouldn't do that. A really bad feeling. What are you scared of? We're just going to the front door. Get a grip if you really want to help Akeda. Really now, you ask, said Alice, very much confused. I don't think. Then you shouldn't talk, said the Hatter. It's a weird quote to just throw out there. Okay. That's strange. I'm pressing the buttons, but nothing happens. This elevator is out of order very often. Is it defective? If it doesn't work, then that's just too bad. Alright, we'll take the stairs instead. I'm sure the stairwell has been locked. Really? I guess we should look around for now. I agree. Are you relieved now, Naneko? No, not at all. Let's split up and examine the area. Don't go too far. We should know where each other is at all times. I understand. Sure. I really don't want anything weird to appear, like the demon of Shironagasu Island. I shouldn't think about that. I guess I'll look around a bit. Alright, so we're in, what, detective mode here? Maybe I should look at that painting of the demon. I wonder if the artist had a mental disorder. No, but because the painting was made on consignment, could the person who had it made been suffering from mental issues? And what are those blood stains? This looks like real blood, and the hand paints look real, but they're only 4 fingers. Very long fingers. The shape of the hands, palm prints, and fingerprints look real. So if these are real handprints, that can only mean one thing. Did the demon of Shironagasu Island leave these handprints? This is so scary. My head starts to spin and I look at it too long. Hey. Huh? What's up with you? I startled you, didn't I? You're suddenly shouting like a monster. Hey, I'm sorry. But I didn't mean to surprise you, and you didn't have to scream that loudly. So is there anything unusual about the painting? No, nothing in particular, but the next time you're going to talk to me, please let me know in advance. Let you know. So I should say something like, Naneko, I'm going to talk to you now. But even if I do that, you'll probably scream as well. Yeah, probably. Just quietly call me, more than 10 meters away, but then talk to me from that distance. What? Stop talking nonsense. That's the elevator. If the elevator was working, we could have gone to Sir Raymond's living quarters, but to be honest, I'm glad that it's out of order. I have a bad feeling about this. I feel like something really sinister is going on up there. Does the fact that there's no trace of Akeda around here mean that this elevator stopped working right after Akeda went up to Sir Raymond's living quarters? That might explain why he didn't come back. That sounds logical, but however, if the elevator stopped working after Akeda rode it to Sir Raymond's living quarters, it should be stuck on the 4th floor. Well, that's true. So why is the elevator now on the 1st floor? That's because I don't have a clue. You're not much help, are you, Naneko? How dare you? You don't help at all! With your terrible personality, you nasty bitch. Jeez, Naneko. Woof! My goodness. You people are rough. Naneko, I hope you're not secretly speaking ill of me inside your mind. I didn't say anything. Oops, I think my face gave it away. I should be more careful. Really? I hope for your sake you're telling the truth. I don't think there's anything unusual about the dining hall, but I'll look around in case, just to kill some time. As I expected, it's deserted. It would probably be scary if anyone was here unexpectedly. Now that I think about it, is that eerie book in the bookshelf? The same as before. I guess if anybody had moved it, I would have noticed. In any case, it's an eerie book. The nameless children have returned. Could this refer to children who were victims of prostitution and the organ trade? So, if the killer wrote this, does this mean that they're connected to that? Or was it written by a child who escaped? Is there a way to escape from this isolated island by the sea? It would be almost impossible to escape in a small boat. If it was possible, could we then sneak onto a luxury ship? But as soon as anyone escaped from the mansion, they would find out right away. It would be quite difficult. So if that's the case, perhaps the person who wrote this wasn't a child, but someone connected to these activities. But most likely only children without relatives were brought here, so I don't think a relative would try to get revenge like this, but I don't know. Anyway, Akira will get angry at me if she sees me slacking off. I'll step things up and look elsewhere. Naneko, was there anything strange about the dining hall? No, there was nothing strange about it. Oh? Then why are you shaking like that? You didn't do anything bad, did you? I told you, I didn't do anything. There was nothing strange there. I really wasn't doing anything bad, so why am I shaking? Jeesh. Really, in that case, let's look elsewhere. Alright. I'll take another look in the dining hall. Hey! You told me there was nothing strange in the dining hall, right? Why do you want to go there again? I might have overlooked something. That's unlikely. You couldn't find anything there the first time, so they're going to be twice. So going there twice is a waste of time. Let's look elsewhere. She's really annoying, but she's right. Let's look somewhere else. That's the door to the wine cellar, but I don't want to go down there. It's dark and humid, and I'm afraid that something scary might be lurking down there. I am so not going down there. Naneko, aren't you going to search the wine cellar? No, I'm not, but Come to think of it, there are quite a few dark areas down there. Could a kid have tripped and fallen down there? You should search it thoroughly. No, you're not listening to what I said. Don't dawdle, Naneko. If you're going to go, make it snappy. Oh, is this how every aristocrat behaves? Not listening to people, being selfish, believing that everyone has to do what they say? But I'm not going to take orders from you. No way. Naneko, hurry up already. Oh, okay, I'll be right back. Oh, this is ridiculous. I can't just say no to her. It's so dark. There's nothing unusual about this place. No, wait, the bottles appear to have been moved around quite a bit. Jacob could have moved them, but a wide range of liquors had been moved, not just wine. What could this mean? Someone was looking for something down here. What was that? What was that sound? I think I heard it sound in the back. Whoa! Ah! You surprised me. You screamed so loudly. You scared me to death. What are you doing down here? Oh, me? I was just looking for something to drink. Didn't Riel tell you that it's dangerous right now? Yeah, she did, but my apologies. Excuse me. Alex quickly leaves the wine cellar to hide his awkwardness. This is very suspicious. Did Alex move those bottles around? If so, why? Well, I shouldn't think about such trivial things right now. It's dark and scary down here. Huh? Akira isn't here. Where did she go? Oh, Naneko, you're back. How was it? Anything out of the ordinary? But did she go to the toilet again? It looks like she only goes when she really has to. Well, who doesn't go when they have to go? Like, what do you mean? Do you mean, like, she holds it until she really has to go? That's a weird line of conversation. I ran into Alex down there. Oh, and it appears that a lot of liquor bottles have been moved around. Did you see Alex down there? I see. I didn't see him come out, but I don't think you could have seen him since you had to go to the toilet. Do not misunderstand my actions. I did not have to go to the toilet. I merely inspected it. Sheesh. Why does Akira always stubbornly deny that she had to go use the toilet? Does she have some kind of toilet-related trauma? Why are you saying anything? I didn't use the toilet. Are we clear? I wonder what it is. Has she been trapped inside a toilet, or did she pee her pants? Naneko, say something. Yes. You didn't use the toilet. Good. As long as there's no misunderstanding. There's just no reasoning with her. There are male and female toilets, but there's no need for me to go there. In other words, I don't have to pee. Naneko, why are you staring at the toilets? Just go if you have to. No, I don't have to go to the toilet. Then why are you glaring at the toilet so intently? If you want to examine them, you should just go inside. Why don't you search the men's toilet? You could have fallen down in there. It's kind of... No, I'm really not going in there. And I don't think that Akira fell down in the toilet. You'll never know for sure unless you take a look, won't you? What great opportunity to go inside the men's toilet, as you otherwise can't go in there. So this is a great chance for you to check it out. Hard pass. Well, if you want to go inside that badly, you should just go. You really want me to go inside, don't you pervert? I try very hard not to say these words out loud. But hey, listen, as a man person, I can tell you there's nothing glamorous about the men's bathroom. Men's bathrooms are horrible and gross. So, if you don't regularly peruse one, you probably shouldn't check it out. They're not really worth checking out. Trust me. Trust me on this one. Alright, so that's the one. So what's this door? My belly starts to ache whenever I look at the toilet. It's 99% mental, but... Well, since you insist on being so obstinate, I'll have to go investigate it myself. Kira says that and goes inside the men's toilet. She's taking her sweet time. What could she be doing in there? Going into the men's toilet is not part of my job description. I'll be waiting right here. There was nothing unusual about it. There was no one there, and it was clean inside. I don't believe that. Akira's face appears to be a little bit red. Is it so embarrassing to be into the men's bathroom, even if it appears to be so quiet? Why are you staring at me like that? I just told you there's nothing unusual about it. Alright. She's going to get angry if I say something strange, so I'll just keep my mouth shut. The communication room. I doubt I'll find anything there, but I have to do what I can, so I'll check it out. You're hard at work inspecting the area, I see. I've already taken a look around, and it looks like nothing has changed inside here. Thanks. Giselle is so intimidating. I can't really look around if she's here as well. This place also brings back vivid memories of that Snake. So scary. Looks like there's nothing unusual about the communication equipment, so I should go back. I wish the communication equipment weren't broken. Even if only the amplifier worked, I could connect my personal Onwano to it and send out a distress signal. But if I tried to fix it, the killer would try to kill me, so I'll just leave it for now. I do hope Mr. Ikeda is safe. Yeah. I don't feel at ease when Giselle's here. She's so cold and it's intimidating. I guess I'll look somewhere else. Did you find anything? Nothing. I see. To be honest, I don't want to go near that room. It would bring back bad memories. I might have been traumatized a bit. Oh, you're a tad bit traumatized? What about me? Anyway, why did the elevator stop working? Why did it stop working? Isn't it just out of order? It moves and stops too smoothly to be a mechanical failure. Maybe there's a control room somewhere, or the elevator can be locked with a security key. Do you mean that if we find that control room with a key, we could make the elevator work again? That's right, but finding them might not be easy. I guess we won't be able to get rid to work that easy. Can we try anything else? There has to be a way to open it. What could it be? There's nothing strange about the painting, so let's look elsewhere. I don't want to look at that painting anymore. It makes me want to cry. I'm rather curious about that code that Ikeda sent you. Card lost. Did he lose that card? And what could 00L3C mean? Naneko, what does that big brain of yours have to say? 00L is the airport code of Gold Coast Airport in Australia. That's probably just a coincidence, though. Well, so what could 00L3C mean? It has to mean something, but I don't know. But if that code wasn't in Sir Raymond's living quarters, then it's probably important. How frustrating. I bet we could figure out right away if we can make our way into Sir Raymond's living quarters. Anyway, let's do what we can for now. Do you know anything about breaking codes? That code consists of a very short sequence of symbols, so it's unlikely that it can be decoded into a sentence. It might be used to access something, for example, a password for a transceiver or a safe. I see, you could be right. But where could this code be entered? I feel like I'm missing something. I'm good at decoding, but I'm not very good at solving riddles. We're overlooking something. What do we get? Let's see. I think I know what that code means. Really? What does it mean? Actually, my thought process appears to be tied into a Gordian knot. Let me think about that a little bit longer. What's that supposed to mean? Alright, I guess. Let me know when that brain of yours is functioning again. I think we're done with the toilets. Anyway, why was Alex in the wine cellar? Well, what was he doing down there? I don't think anything important is hidden in the wine cellar, but is there anything besides wine? Perhaps it was the other way around. What if he retrieved something that had hidden there before? A wiretap, for instance. But even then, he didn't have to move so many bottles around. Strange. Why don't we just ask him? I'll beat it out of him if I have to. Hey, don't say such scary things. What, did you crack the code? No, wait a little bit longer. We don't have all day in Naneko. 00L3C, huh? What if it could mean? Alright, nothing in there. Nothing in the communication room. Toilets are done. Ugh. If I'm right... What? Oh, 00L-C3. O-L-3C? What? Wow! There we go. Neko! That's for if you've lost the card key. I see. That's the code. So, open, 3... Or open, L, 3, close, C. Wait a minute. Where are we going? Realizing the numbers and letters of the code referred to elevator buttons was a good find, but I shouldn't have tried it all by myself. Maybe there's a reader where I can hold a card over in this elevator. I think the code is an emergency code that can be used to operate the elevator when a card is lost. In any case, I wasn't expecting I'd be in this predicament. I'm such an idiot. I have to get back to the first floor somehow. I have such a bad feeling about this. The elevator isn't moving. It doesn't seem to respond to the code again. Maybe I need a different code to go up. That means I have to find a way to go back on my own somehow. I'm about to cry. Yeah, let's save. Good time to save. Stupid Ikeda, where'd you disappear to? It's dark. What is this area anyway? I'm sure I'm underground, but could this be? Ah! The elevator door. You've got to be kidding me. The buttons don't respond either. Will I really have to explore this dark underground area by myself? Yikes! What was that? My stomach just turned upside down. I can't stay here. Something bad is definitely going to happen. I have to find a way to get back to the ground floor. I think I heard a strange voice coming from the right, so I should go left. Oh boy. What are we trapped down here with? Oh, is that blood? Several doors and some kind of liquid on the floor. What a nasty atmosphere. As if a monster might suddenly appear. Darn! I have to find my way up quickly. I don't see any door handles. All doors have card readers next to them. Contactless readers. Maybe I can use this card to open them. I really hope it'll work. I wasn't able to make a copy of Thomas's card by now. I guess I'll have to just try this one. It worked. It just slid open very fast. And just I was thinking that it closed again. In any case, I can use this card here. Is this the quarantine zone? Oh, okay. I hope there are no scary monsters here. Anyway, I can use this card to explore the area. Okay, cool. Contactless card reader. They're on all the doors, so I guess this has to be a high security area. Are there doors that can be opened with that card quarantine level 2? I wonder if the doors that can't be opened with it are level 3 or higher. What could be behind them? Anyway, I'll go through this door. Yeah, let's check this out. I kind of like that we're in sort of a free-roaming area now. That's a map. This appears to be a file room. It looks pretty normal, but it does make me curious. I should look around. There's a map of this area. Looks like there's no stairway to the ground floor here. I guess I'll have to go back to the elevator, but I heard something nasty coming in that direction, so I don't want to get too close. But I can't stay here. Perhaps I should go there. Anything else? The cupboard contains disinfectant, basic medical supplies, and documents. No, nothing unusual about these documents. Looks like there's some shipping manifests for medicine and medical equipment in the binder. I don't think there's anything strange about them, though. I should look elsewhere. Huh? It's empty. There's nothing interesting inside the double-doored cabinet. There's a lot of space in there. So maybe they're planning to put something in there later. Anyway, that's not relevant right now. What's in the locker on the right? Nothing interesting. The only thing that catches my eye are surgical scrubs hanging in here. The rest are boxes of surgical masks. Is the locker in the center filled with the same things? There's just some cleaning equipment in here. Looks like the mop is dried out. It's a little bit smelly. Nothing interesting. So this is some sort of like weird Umbrella Corporation-esque lab, for sure. I doubt there'll be anything interesting inside, but I'll check in the locker on the left. This locker is almost empty. There's only a toolbox down here. Since it's empty, I could hide inside it if I had to. Why am I having such dark thoughts? I don't even want to think about a situation where I have to do that. Interesting. So this locker, in case we have to hide, that's the one we go in. Wink, wink. There appears to be many documents inside the sliding cabinet. What's this? Is the lock damaged? The keyhole looks a bit skewed. Never mind. I'll browse through the documents. Surgical record. Number 23. 20-something. Client, Roy Higgins. Patient, Roy Higgins' daughter, Ada Higgins. Ada? What does Ada have to do with this? But Ada stayed back. Symptoms. Congenital renal dysplasia of the kidneys, which has progressed to end-stage renal failure, currently undergoing dialysis. The client wishes to have a kidney transplant carried out as soon as possible. Considering the age, gender, and physique of the patient, Ada Higgins, the kidneys of H144 are believed to be a suitable match. The data of H144 has been attached for reference. If Dr. Harrington has no objections, the transplant surgery will be carried out as planned. The transplant surgery was carried out in the presence of Roy Higgins. Both kidneys were transplanted successfully. Follow up at a later date. Immunosuppressive therapy is successful. No signs of rejection. Serum creatine level is normal. After follow-ups have been completed, the patient will be released from the clinic. After undergoing dialysis, H144 underwent further organ transplant surgeries. For details, see surgical records number 26, 27, and number 46. Huh. So wait a minute. So Ada Higgins was dying, or at least was in a really bad state with her kidneys, and so one of the organ transplant children kidney was given to her to save her life. So is that why Higgins killed himself? Does Ada know anything about this? These are some interesting questions. The plot is thickening. It looks like illegal transplant surgeries are being carried out here. Did Ada Higgins also have a kidney transplant? But if both kidneys were transplanted, wouldn't the donor be in really bad shape? Without continuously having dialysis, they would die. It looks like people were treated as disposable objects here. Yeah, that's kind of the point. This place is terrible. There are various records of other transplantations. It shows the surnames of the people who came here. Apparently, Thomas was the doctor who carried out the transplant surgeries after all. Aha! So Thomas was killed as part of the revenge, maybe? And Sir Raymond, who ran the island. So I'm leaning toward this being a revenge thing so far. But why don't I see Jacob's name? I have a feeling that guy might have had a liver transplant. Oh, I see. Jacob came here for the other service that was offered. That scumbag. Okay, so established Jacob's kind of a douche. We don't like Jacob anymore. Huh? There's something strange about this page. Number 46. Client, Patricia Werner. Or Werner, I don't know, probably. Blank. The next page appears to be missing. There's only a scrap of torn paper in the binder. Someone must have ripped it out. I wonder why. The client's name is Patricia Werner. Could that be Alex Werner's mother? If so, Alex might know more than he's letting on. Dun dun! Yep. I knew it. Well, no, I didn't know it, but that's a thing to say. You know, I'm still suspecting Giselle myself. In any case, this material would be of considerable importance to him. Anyway, I've committed most of the pages to memory. I don't need anything else from here. Wait until Akeda hears about this. Oh. Alright, I got lost while I was searching for Akeda. Where could that idiot have gone to? Please come back, Akeda. I'm still curious about this data. But I've already memorized everything I need. I read the medical records about the operations. I also looked at the organ transplant list and listed donors in the attached documents. What else? Is something jammed in there? The physical abilities of N131. Hearing. N131 lacks outer ears, and its ear canals are extremely narrow. Since its inner ears are only approximately 60% of the average thickness of those of humans, the hearing of N131 is considered to be worse than the hearing of humans. This was confirmed by the results of the hearing test conducted in the laboratory. For instance, N131 shows a deafness to frequencies higher than 800 Hz, and the same was observed with volumes of 30 decibels or less. However, this is not believed to interfere with general behavior. If necessary, the usage of implanted radio receivers could be considered. Sense of smell. In addition to a lack of external ears, N131 lacks a nose. A valve-like structure blocks the nasal cavity, preventing water from entering. Its basic sense of smell is considered to be slightly inferior to humans. The results below support these suspicions. Vision. Visual acuity. The visual acuity of N131 is even nominal, so under light conditions, the humans would describe as complete darkness. Okay, so it can basically see in the dark. In the experiment, N131 was shown to have a visual acuity that is the same at 0.001 lux as in normal light circumstances. They also found that it can see infrared light of 1200 nm, whatever that is, which is higher than the frequency of light with a wavelength of 700 nm, which is the maximum that can be seen by humans. Based on the results, we suggest that N1 is best used at night. Suitable operations include seeking out soldiers hidden in dark shadows and eliminating them. By illuminating areas with infrared light using external devices, it would be able to operate in complete darkness. However, although it is immortal, N131's low level of intelligence is still an issue. The BH procedure was used to get around this problem. About the BH procedure. A strange piece of paper was jammed in there. I think it says very outrageous things. What is this? N131? It appears to be about a humanoid creature. Could this be the demon of Shironagasu Island? Why was this document jammed in there in the first place? I don't know, but this is scary. Having seen this, I really feel like I should get out of here. how do we leave the room? Help me with that. There are dim fluorescent lights. I guess this place is still being used since the lights are on. I should finish investigating this place quickly. I wonder if there's a hidden staircase that's not on the map. I should keep my eyes peeled for something like that. Rather than just searching for that, it might be better to go to the elevator. I wonder why the color of the light is so gloomy. Why can't it be a warmer color? If I stare at the fluorescent lights too long, my eyes will begin to sting. I don't think that staring at fluorescent lights will do much. So, nothing. Nothing. Anything else? What am I thinking? Okay, so we got that room done. Could this liquid on the floor be blood? I don't really want to think about it. I feel as if I'm smelling oxidized blood just standing here. But if all this is blood, then it's from more than one person. The blood appears to be coming from the other side of the door. What could be up ahead? Maybe accidentally spilled several bags of blood used for blood transfusions. That wouldn't be so bad. Could something be inside? Whoa, what the heck? What's in this room? Formalin specimens? Looks like a collection of so many nasty things. What are those samples? They look strange. I should take a look. These are human brains and lungs. They also appear to be preserved cookie-cutter shark. What's the deal with these people from this mansion and cookie-cutter sharks? Such a strange taste. Looks like there's many specimens in the back. To be honest, I don't really want to look at them. Although I can understand that they have a collection of human organs here, I don't understand why there are marine animals as well. What could it mean? On the lower shelf, there's some fetus specimens and strangely shaped humanoid ones. There are some strange heads as well. They seem to be from different humans. I don't really want to think about it, but they look like the demon of Shironagasu Island. Maybe I'm thinking too much. There's a preserved four-fingered hand. It looks like the handprints on the painting in the hallway of the mansion. But perhaps I'm just imagining things. Alright. Anything else? On these shelves, I can see eerie things that have been preserved with formalin. No, to be more precise, after being fixed with formalin, the specimens were preserved in ethyl alcohol. They appear to be human organs and deep-sea fish. Maybe the deep-sea fish were fixed with Davidson's liquid. Not that I care, though. There appears to be a preserved heart in bad shape, too. Could the person it belonged to have died of dilated cardiomyopathy? In any case, what a strange way to display these. What did they display human organs and fish ones randomly mixed together? What does it all mean? Clearly, they're turning, like, fish people hybrids, like humans into fish or something. These make me sick. Alright. I think I've checked everything I need to see in this room. It appears to be a specimen storage room. Of course, this is not something you'd find in a normal mansion. Looks like Ikeda was right about the organ trade happening here. There might be an operating room somewhere else down here. No way, that idiot Ikeda. Hope they're not harvesting his organs right now. Oh, Ikeda. In any case, I've seen everything in this room. I should look elsewhere. How about this one? Huh? Looks like this door won't open. If I could make a copy of Thomas's card, I'm able to open it. I should try something else for now. The door at the back. Looks like this card doesn't open this door. It's kind of creepy, so I'm actually glad I can't open it. I wonder what's behind this door. No, wait. Why would I even want to know that? If I keep staring at the floor too much, I'll lose my balance and fall down. I'm feeling dizzy. I should stop staring at the floor. Stop staring at the floor in an echo. I wonder if it's really blood. Some kind of pipes are passing through. It looks like a gas pipe, but it could be an electric pipe or a water pipe. Anyway, something is being piped into all of the rooms. The pipes are pretty rusty. Well, it doesn't matter. Staring at pipes won't get me anywhere. If I can open up the reader, connect a cable, and send the data directly from Thomas's card, then I might be able to open that door. The analysis of that card hasn't finished yet, so I can't do that right now. I should look elsewhere. All the doors have security locks. This isn't normal. It would have been easier to just have a security system at the entrance to each level. Having security on each level and every door is so much of a hassle. Not that it matters. I have more pressing things to think about. I should look elsewhere. Alright. Anything else? The fluorescent lights look dim and gloomy. What a cold color. I wonder if it's a daylight fluorescent lamp. Doesn't matter. I have more important things to think about. I should look elsewhere. Is this some kind of fluorescent light fetish? I've stared at pipes enough for today. I've already looked inside. I should look elsewhere. I look there. I don't want to go back. That place gives me the creeps. I My stomach is getting upset. Okay, where do I look? I wonder if the laboratory where they experimented on N131 is up ahead. Could the strange blood markings in the mansion have been made by a creature that escaped from here? That thing I saw outside my window, maybe. Anyway, standing here is too dangerous. I should try to find a staircase and go back to the ground floor. I'm scared, but I have to go back to the elevator. And I'm going to save. I have a nagging feeling that something will jump out at me, and I won't be ready for it. Well, I could be ready for nothing. Perhaps mentally prepared? The only thing that can keep me moving onward is my mental resolve. Oh no. I think my heart just skipped a few beats. The fluorescent lights just blinked. Is the power supply unstable? Oh, okay. It will take more than that just to startle me. No, actually, that really did scare me to bits. Huh? Is someone there? Ah! Oh no, that's it. That's the same creature I saw before. I have to get out of here. Where should I go? I should be safe in this room with the security lock. No time to waste. Show you the filing room. Maybe I should hide just in case. Hide in the locker. The locker. I should be able to hide in there. I should get inside quickly. Remember, the thing has good eyesight, but really terrible sense of smell. Well, I'm inside the locker, but it's hard to keep my balance because I have to stand on a toolbox. But thanks to that, I can look into the room through these slits. If it comes into this room... No, what a stupid thing to think. That'll never happen. What was that sound just now? Huh? It's in here with me. What? It came into the room. But how could it open the door? This is bad. If it knows I'm here, it will kill me. I can't make a sound. The toolbox is out of balance. The sound. Eek! I think it just looked at me. Okay, it's just my imagination. Maybe I'm okay. I don't think it saw me. It's nearby. I'm shaking. I don't know if I can keep my balance. Help. Did it leave? I can't believe I survived that. Anyway, I have to try to get out of here and not get caught by it. Oh no. Huh? What just happened? I was attacked by that creature and my head is spinning. It's so dark I can't see anything. Where am I? What's that sound? It's kind of slimy. What the heck? Oh, what is this place? It's full of corpses. Is something nibbling at my leg? Is it going to eat me? All these corpses here? My legs are... Oh no, please don't eat me. Help, no, Ikeda, help me. What? I'm sure I'm alright now. It doesn't hurt at all anymore. Ikeda, I wonder how he's doing. It's dark in here and I'm feeling sleepy. I'm sure this is just a bad dream. I'll wake up soon. I've had enough of this. Such a horrible dream. I just want to wake up. Uh-oh. I think we hit another bad end, guys. Yep. Bad ending. I didn't get an achievement for that one. Alright, so we gotta hide in the other thing. So, we know that the thing has really good eyesight. That's interesting. Okay, so there it is. So we're gonna hide in the cabinet. So it can't see us. I'm scared. I should be okay in here, but what if it comes into this room? I'm gonna be fine, definitely. What's that sound? Huh? Because it has terrible hearing and terrible smell, but it has really good sense of vision. So maybe it won't be able to see us. It came into the room. How did it manage to open the door? Oh, I should be quiet. If that report is correct, I have to stay out of the light. It can see me through the grab. I'm done for. It's right next to me. I'm shaking. I'll stop shaking. Help. Okay. Huh? Did it leave? No, I don't feel safe yet. There's no sign of it. Looks like it's not here anymore. I'm safe. Too soon to think that. Slip away so they won't find me somehow. I can't stay here forever. I need to get out of here and find a staircase as soon as possible. I really hate this place. That creature invariably will find me and kill me. If I keep hesitating, it might. What? The notification sound from Personal Wano. I thought I didn't make that sound earlier. If it would have, I'd be dead by now. Looks like it's finished analyzing Thomas's card. I bet I'll be able to make a copy of the card now, but I should get back to the ground floor first. I have to get out of here. Our Father who art in heaven, get me out here, please. Looks like the creature isn't here. Alright, so we'll save, because we just successfully hid from it. I have no choice but to head toward the elevator as stealthily as possible. My knees are shaking so much that I can't walk in a straight line. Huh? What was that? I heard a whimpering voice. There it is again. That voice. No way, is that Akeda? Could he be nearby? I could swear I heard that voice coming from the room on the left. I couldn't open it with a level 3 card, but maybe I could open it with data from Thomas's card. This is pretty terrifying. If I take too much time, the creature might come here again. Or there could be something dangerous inside this room as well. Sheesh. Now is not the time to think about things like that. If Akeda isn't here, I have to help him. I'm his partner. Akeda, hang on, I'm coming for you. Perfect. Underneath the cover of the reader, there is a connection terminal for maintenance. I should be able to connect and send data directly there. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Okay, got it. Alright. Akeda! What is this? Is he being restrained? Why is he wearing this strange headgear? Gotta take it off right away. Looks like it's locked in place. I can't remove it. Maybe I can operate the system somewhere and remove it from here. I should look around. Ah, so this is kind of like where we were before, but now we're playing as Naneko. Strange. Looks like it has a monitor, but it doesn't appear to be displaying anything right now. It's just static. Static on screens is unusual nowadays. What is this monitor supposed to display? It'd be strange if they use this equipment for surgery. Does that computer control the system? Looks like it's doing something. I might be able to free Akeda if I can get access to this computer. But I have to be careful. I've never used a computer like this one before. I wonder if there's a manual somewhere. Huh? Sounds like there are compressors running over there. But I don't think those are refrigerators used for storing organs. What is this? Could this be a supercomputer? Compressors are used to cool supercomputers. Why would there be a supercomputer in this room? Maybe this isn't an operating room, but something else. The headgear on Akeda's head. What is this thing? Judging from the wires connected to it, I'm pretty sure they're monitoring something. I wonder if I should take it off. No, it might be dangerous to move it without carefully examining it first. If I'm not careful, I could send an electrical shock directly into his brain. Just thinking out loud. Akeda's alright. It appears that his hands and his feet are firmly restrained, but he's hooked up to a machine. He appears to be unconscious. Some kind of anesthesia. Akeda, I'm going to get you out of this one. Got any bright ideas? What did you say? As expected, no response. Guess I should just think and act for myself. Or by myself. I'm feeling anxious. Alright. Looks bad than a surgical one. The shackles are so strong, I won't be able to remove them with my bare hands. It's pretty small. Maybe it's a supercomputer with a liquid cooling system. It's one of those new cooling techniques used recently. But what are they using a supercomputer for? I wonder. Why would they restrain Akeda in this room with a supercomputer? Anyway, I know that this is a supercomputer. I should look elsewhere. Now this is not the time to look at the fluorescent lights. I should look somewhere else. There's a surgical light head. Does that mean that this is an operating room? There's something strange about it. Why does it need to keep the light on anyway? Nobody's being operated on. But maybe somebody here was in here just earlier. If so, I should go out there. They might come back. Alright. Could it mean something else? The light's pretty bright. The room is primarily illuminated by surgical lights. It doesn't get hot. I guess it uses LED. Not that it matters. It's so bright, I'm getting dizzy. And what else is going on in here? Ugh, ouch, that hurts. I tried to remove the restraints by force. I almost ripped my nails off. I don't think I can remove them even with a tool. They probably have to be released automatically by the system. I wonder if it has something to do with the headgear that's attached to Akeda's head, like that monitor that displays brainwaves? Something strange about it. What about it? I should look elsewhere. Try to log into the computer. Huh? I sent a command, but there's no response. Could the monitor connection be bad? What should I do? I think I can access the system. There's no response, though. Can I get it to work somehow? I should look elsewhere for now. I want one of those at home. I can look at the fluorescent lights as much as I want. Nothing will happen, though. Seriously, stop looking at those fluorescent lights already. So there's like a joke about looking at fluorescent lights. I like it. I have a feeling I shouldn't touch this headgear. It seems to be performing a critical operation. I don't like this one bit. I shouldn't get too close to it. Akeda always promises that he'll help me, but I never imagined I'd be the one helping him. When he wakes up, I'll rub it in for an entire week. You should, Naneko. You really should. Akeda's not been very nice to you. You can wake up whenever you feel like, okay? I become anxious when I'm alone. Akeda, huh? Oh, huh. No way. Okay. Well, what am I supposed to be looking at then? Oh, what's this? I have to access it somehow. I think we're going to have to save. I'm typing in random codes, but there's no response. Ah, the monitor is still showing static. There was a notification from Wano. Good, it found a file of the manual. This is a very weird manual. The words are really technical and difficult. This is extremely geeky technobabble. It's like reading Basque in a mirror. Well, it's no problem for me, though, because I'm a genius. If I weren't so smart, I'd definitely be stuck. And a normal person would never be able to understand this manual. What kind of idiot would write such a complicated manual in the first place? However, it seems that the idiot who wrote this manual built this system from scratch. I looked through it and found the information I need. This appears to be a device that connects to a human brain, stimulates past memories and experiences, and extracts information from it. If it's true, it'd be horrendous. Not even superpowers have used computers like this one. The device has never been available to the public in the world yet. The device that can take information out of the human brain. With something like this, interrogations would no longer be necessary. You could just extract any information you need. Maybe they can even use this system to brainwash people. The most important thing right now is getting Akeda out of there. According to the manual, if the system and the subject's brain are interconnected, forced disconnection could lead to serious brain injury. It was close. I'm glad I didn't remove it earlier. In other words, I can't use physical methods to get Akeda out, plus there are not many other methods to do, so the first method is to access the system and stop the process. But I don't have a way to access the main system right now, so that's not going to work. The next method is to stimulate him to wake up by administering a drug and forcing the system to shut down. This is also not good. I don't have that kind of drug. The last method is to make the subject realize that they are in a virtual world and encourage them to awaken. I think this might be the only possible way. But how can I make Akeda realize that the world he's seeing isn't real? I might be able to hack the simulation that Akeda is seeing and then modify it. I can't access the main system, but I can bypass the system and access Akeda's brain directly. It's no use. I tried, but I'm not sure I can step into Akeda's consciousness like that. Reality to Akeda. Anyone in there? Wake up, wake up. If you don't, things will get worse. We're running out of time. This world is not real. Please wake up. Please. Akeda, send Akeda. Darn. It's no use. He won't be able to hear me. This is pointless. I have to do something before it's too late. Find another way to break into the system. I'm not sure I can do this, but... No, what are you saying, Naneko? You're a genius. I'll prove it to myself. An image appeared on the monitor. Is this JFK Airport? It shows me what Akeda is seeing. This is when he picked me up there. Is it possible to see someone's memories? Wait. Don't tell me that every last thought in Akeda's personal memory would show up. If something strange appears, I just have to close my eyes. Huh? I don't want to whine, but this is really difficult. Accessing a completely unknown system and changing the memory Akeda is seeing is not an easy task. There's so much information flowing with it. Understanding what they are is very hard. I guess I have to look at the image to find the part that I want to change, then hack into that code. Whoa! Did the airport information board just change? Does that code correspond to the airport information board? In that case, this world is not real. It moves so fast I can only type this much code. Looks like it's being displayed, but Akeda doesn't even realize that he's not in the real world. Darn. In that case, I should code something in advance and then upload it all at once. Something pretty wild. How about a flying penguin? He definitely didn't realize that he's in a simulation. Or would he? Well, I didn't know that penguins could fly. Pretty wild. Would he really say something like that? Whatever. I'll get to work on the code. Alright, all done. I just need to upload it. Huh? Whoa! Uh-oh. It looks like a very big rat has managed to worm its way into here. Naneko Izumazaki? What? Abby? So she really is... Tut-tut, don't you move. If you do, I'll break your arm in a heartbeat. Ouch, that hurts. She put my arm into a lock. I can't move like this. Ouch, ouch, ouch. I'm rather surprised you managed to get into the basement. How did you sneak in here? Oh, I can see. You're not going to talk. How about if I do this? Ow! No. I have a communication disorder. I'm really trying to speak normally. It's not like I don't want to answer you. Wait, let me at least breathe. You're unexpectedly obstinate. Ouch! I'll talk, I said. I'll tell you what I know. Just stop twisting my arm. I wish I could just talk easily. Alright, very well. What's the unlock code? Tell me. I know you have it. The unlock code? What's that? The program's password or something like that? Darn. Never mind, as long as you're not trying to fool me. Who killed Thomas Harrington and Sir Raymond? One of you did this, didn't you? Don't tell me that you don't know. What? No. Well, it's a... Hey, wait a minute. That's exactly what I'm trying to figure out as well, you idiot. What are you playing at? Are you trying to buy time? Nobody's coming here to help you. Don't mess with me. Ouch! You broke it, you broke it. That's right, I just broke your right arm. I'm gonna break your fingers next. Every time you don't talk, I'll break a finger, one by one. Now talk, who are you working with? Working with? I'm not working with anyone. Huh. Looks like you're all skin and bone. Are you some kind of masochist? I never thought I would take it this far. This little piggy went to the market. Ouch, 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 ouch. I'm telling you the truth. No, if I keep this up, she'll break all my fingers. I have to buy some time by lying. No, buy some time? What would be the point of buying time? I have to find a way out of this predicament somehow. Come to think of it, my 1-1 is still connected to the system. All I need to do is give the command to upload the data to Akida's brain. I can't press the enter key like this, but I might be able to upload and run the code with a voice command. But how can I do so without Abby noticing? Ouch, 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 ouch. I'm gonna die. It doesn't matter if I tell her the truth. She's gonna kill me anyway. I have a feeling we have a choice coming up. I have no choice. Yes, I'm working with someone. I'll tell you everything you want to know. Please just stop hurting me. The little rat is finally speaking. Alright, little brat, talk to me. If you even tell her a little lie, I don't need to tell you what will happen next. Yes, I understand. I'm working with, and I meant to say their code name is... But already, have you enjoyed pain that much? Ouch, ouch. Their code name is Personal 110 Code Execution. That's their code name. I know that's a very strange code name, but... What? Don't tell me that you don't understand what I'm saying. I couldn't care less about a strange code name. I want a real name. What was that? Hang on. You just uploaded some code from this computer. Don't think you can fool me. That was the last you'll ever see of my mercy. Ah, help me, Akita. Oh no. Don't mess with me. Ouch. You broke it. You broke it already. Why do you enjoy pain that much? Code execution. Don't think you can fool me. That was the last you'll ever see of my mercy. Help me, Akita. Oh, Akita's waking up. Right? What was that? Was I dreaming? What a strange dream. A very noisy dream. It sounded like a cat fight between two women. Maybe I'm just tired. I've been working much too hard. Anyway, I should stop thinking about work. But I shouldn't just nod off at JFK Airport. It's always on the list of the top 10 airports not to fall asleep in. It's all her fault. Where was she anyway? Hasn't she landed yet? Huh? What the... A flying penguin? Do penguins fly these days? I don't think this is a joke. It looks like a hologram, but it's strange no one else in the airport is paying attention to it. In other words, I'm the only one who can see it. So what can this mean? I can only think of three possibilities. First of all, I started to hallucinate from all that work. No, I'm sure I was busy. I don't think I've been working so hard that I'm starting to hallucinate like this. Besides, I've never had issues like that before, so I doubt I would imagine seeing a flying penguin all of a sudden. So I don't think that's the case. What else could be going on here? Second possibility, this is a real flying penguin. Of course, it's not a real penguin. It's kind of a balloon or three-dimensional image. But if so, why doesn't anyone else pay attention to it? Guess there's an easy way to find out. Hey, can I ask you something? Yes, what is it? Something's flying over there. Would you happen to know what it is? I'm sorry, I don't know. You should ask it at the information desk. Okay, I see. Thanks. I'll do that. She can't see it. So I'm seeing someone that no one else is. And her answer didn't match the question that I asked. What's going on here? The last possibility I can think of is that, just like the information board said, this world isn't real. I wouldn't normally even consider such a silly thing, but considering what I see right now, I should not discard the possibility. This world's not real. Huh. That's weird. I've got a strong feeling of deja vu. I feel as if I've seen that before, but what am I forgetting? I was doing something very important. Wait, I'm sure I was on an island. Island? What island? That's strange. As soon as I'm trying to remember something, my thoughts just disappear like tears in the rain. Ah, Blade Runner. Darn. I've got a bad feeling about this. I feel as if I'm in terrible danger right now. That maid is hardcore, yeah. I forgot something, and it's the most important thing I have to remember. Darn! I know what to do. If this world is really not real, there's only one way to know for sure. Hope I won't end up in jail. Yippee-ki-yay! Whoa! So this world is really not real. Nobody reacted to my gunshot at all. Now riddle me this. If this world isn't real, then where the hell am I? Let's say for argument's sake, I'm being kept sedated and experiencing a stimulation. How do I wake up? Is there a way to wake up from such a deep sleep? I wish I could talk to Naneko right now. No, wait, I got it. I was supposed to meet with Naneko at the airport. Even if she's part of the simulation, she might be able to give me some ideas. Just as I think that, I spot her in the distance. Here goes nothing. What's your name? Do you speak in English? Which country are you from? Are you with your parents? No. Ah, so there you are. She's a friend of mine, even though she's already in high school. She can't even travel alone. The less you know about it, the better. Naneko, I want to ask you something. Akita, where have you been, and what's going on? Your face looks gloomy. No, more like scary. Naneko, let's assume that someone is sedated and is trapped in a simulated world. What steps would you need to take to wake them from that simulation? How to wake up from a simulated world? Why would you want to know such a thing? Doesn't matter. But I need to know if you have any good ideas. I won't go into any details, but I'm in imminent danger. Let me see. A way to wake up from a simulated world. First of all, external operation, or external simulation. Shut it down in the system itself. Drug administration, something like that. That would be difficult to do. If someone was stuck inside a simulated world, would they wake up by themselves rather than by an external action? Waking up from a simulated world by yourself. Let me think. Well, in that case, the first step, the waking up, would be realizing that they're inside a simulation. If they still don't wake up, the next step would be the injection of stimulants. Dopamine and non-adrenaline will definitely do the trick. In a dangerous situation, the brain would secrete stimulants, but by itself, even when dreaming. But why do you want to know that? Seriously. A dangerous situation. Something like this? What? Why are you pulling out your gun and pointing it at your head? Calm down. What are you going to do? I don't recommend shooting yourself in the head with a gun. Reality and the simulated world are strongly linked, and the shock of death in the simulation might cause an actual death in reality. But Akeda, this world is real, so if you shoot yourself in the head, you'll die. I'll never know without trying. Besides, I'm pretty sure this world isn't real. At least I hope I'm right. What are you talking about? No, stop! Stop it! Whoa, that was pretty intense. Looks like I'm not dead, though. Don't die. Wake up. Wake up from this world. Wake up. Fight! Whoa, okay. There we go. I'm up. Warning, detecting the awakening of the subject. Disconnecting. System reboot required. Where am I? Darn, I finally remember everything. Yes, this is Shironagasu Island. I was trapped inside Sir Raymond's living quarters. What is this place? What's happening? What the hell is going on? Ikeda! Ikeda! Help! How did you manage to wake up? Darn, just you wait. After I kill this brat, I'll hook you back up to the system. Looks like this is a really bad situation. Darn, are my arms and legs restrained? Hey, looks like we're even, Naneko. Oh. What? No way. Did you just break the restraints yourself? Steal restraints with your bare hands? You're not just a regular detective, are you? Let's just say my grandpa was a friend of Superman. What? This is child's play. Are you trying to be funny? Even if your grandpa knew Superman, why would you be that strong? Abby, you appear to be working with the enemy. Tell me everything you know. Hey, Abby kicks me and runs away. She thought she might lose if she fought in this situation. I guess it's for the best. I feel like I just drank an entire bottle of cheap whiskey and then got spun around on a roller coaster. So wait a minute. Is Ikeda, like, have super strength then? What happened? Naneko is lying on the ground. She finally begins to breathe normally. I guess we're safe now. Are you right, Naneko? You woke me up, didn't you? I don't know what exactly happened, but I have a feeling that I have you to thank for it. Ikeda, are you okay? I'd like to take care of you here, but I can't. We should leave this place as quickly as possible. Let's go, Naneko. I'm not going to make it. I'm mortally wounded. I can't take a single step. This is it for me. Mortally wounded? What? Were you hurt somewhere? Abby broke my arm. It looks like my number is up. I don't want to die. Ikeda, please hold my hand. Huh. If people died from broken arms, 2/3 of the world population would already be dead. Did you break your right arm? This one? Ouch, 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 ouch. You broke my arm again, you traitor. Don't call me a traitor, stupid. Your arm wasn't broken. Your shoulder was only dislocated. I pushed it back into place, and you should be able to move it now. My arm really is moving. My arm doesn't hurt that much anymore. Jeez, so you just, like, shoved it back into place? Okay. Thank God, that means I don't have to die. You saved my life. So I'm both a traitor and a savior. Never a dull moment. Well, if you can move, that's all that matters. Let's get out of here quickly, but first we need to go through what we've managed to find out because of all this. Naneko, could you fill me in on everything that's happened? Let's see. From what Naneko tells me, I begin to understand the situation better. I see. You really escaped from a dangerous situation. The killer, the secret code, there are a lot of things to worry about. Sounds like this creature is the latest thing we can add to our list of problems. Speaking of which, I remember seeing it from the elevator when I was heading to Sir Raymond's living quarters. I'm a bit worried about Akira and the others. Hopefully they're fine. We should definitely be worried about them. There are now 6 guests upstairs. The report says that the creature has weapon-level combat capabilities developed for the military. They wouldn't stand a chance against it. Hey, Akira, are you still sleepy? Are you okay? Sheesh. What? I don't think I said anything strange, did I? What do you mean? There are 5 guests upstairs, right? What did you say there are 6 guests? You're scaring me. What do you mean? Did someone else get murdered while I was out? No. Thomas was the only one of the guests who was killed, so there are 5 guests left, right? Don't be freaking me out at a time like this. What do you mean? There are Jacob, Akira, Giselle, Riel, Aurora, and Alex. I've counted over and over, but I'm counting 6 people. What? Now just hang on. Who's this Aurora you're talking about? Wait, what? What? Aurora's not real? What? Is Aurora part of the simulation? Was she part of the simulation? Trying to get information out of Akita? Huh? Aurora Lavilla, you know. She's blonde and pretty, about the same age as you, and maybe younger than you. Oh yeah, she's wearing a big blue ribbon. Don't scare me, please. There's no girl like that. What do you mean? Don't be ridiculous. It can't be. She's not real? Then I have no idea which world is real or simulated. Maybe Aurora was a virtual human built into the program. I'm not sure what it all means. I don't even understand why you were hooked up to the system in the first place. Sheesh. We should definitely compare our versions of events. If what you say is true, does that mean that when you danced naked in the dining hall it wasn't real either? Haha. What the hell are you talking about? I would never do that. I'll push you back into that machine. I'll electroshock that false memory to oblivion. Calm down. I was just kidding. Anyway, we should get out of here. Let's look for the stairs leading to the ground floor. Some jokes can be forgiven, but some jokes... Ugh. Huh? Looks like they haven't taken my gun from my suit. Apparently, they didn't consider the possibility that I could escape. That was really, that was really lame of them. Like, to do that. Sexual harassment, defamation, justice. Come on, snap out of it already. Let's go through the door. Be careful. I feel sick just being here. I'm not a shining picture of health myself either. I also don't want to run into that creature. What a strange place. It looks like blood is flowing from underneath that door in the back. I couldn't open the door with my card. I might be able to with Thomas's card. It has now been fully analyzed, but I don't think we should do that right now. Really? You might not have another chance to go look in there. I'd be going in there. You're right. We've already collected a lot of information anyway. I wonder what will happen next. We should get out of this place first. Let's look for the stairs. We have no choice but to go this way, but we shouldn't be able to hide anywhere. I'll run if anything scary shows up. You can take care of it. Let's hope that doesn't happen. I was thinking about what Abby asked you. She asked you who killed Thomas and Sir Raymond. That would mean that whoever is responsible for those murders is not someone from the mansion. Which means that one of the guests did it? That would be just as scary as... Indeed. We're in quite a quandary, and have to keep the killer in mind as well. I got off the elevator here. Looks like it's out of order right now. I'm not surprised. They already know that we're underground. Are they preventing us from going back up again? Does that mean we have to go further to the rear? That's where the creature came from. I so don't want to go there. Hey, looks like there's a door over there. Huh? Why did I not notice that staircase before? It's locked. It's no match for my lock-picking skills, though. There we go. I'm glad that the door's open. Abby could have placed a booby trap, though. Get down, Naneko. If she did, it's probably a wire trap with explosives attached to it. It's okay. There's no trap. Either she didn't have the time to place it, or she thought she wouldn't need to. Well, we can't escape from this island anyway. Perhaps they want to play with us a little longer. Looks like we hit the jackpot. I think that this spiral staircase goes all the way to the ground floor. We just have to make it all the way to the top. Ugh. Naneko was about to breathe a sigh of relief, but I stop her. I hear footsteps. Someone is coming down the stairs. I signal to Naneko and we hide underneath the spiral staircase. The area below the stairs should be a blind spot. The moment I see someone appear in front of me, I hold up my gun. Freeze! Whoa! You surprised me. What are you doing down here? What? Alex. Would you mind pointing your gun at somewhere else? That'll depend on your answer. This is a place where we can't normally get to, you know? How'd you manage to get in here? Why are you sneaking about? I could ask you the same thing. You got down here before I did, after all. Were you guys hired by people from this mansion? You don't seem to grasp your predicament, Alex. I'm not asking you. I'm asking you, not the other way round. You really are as brutal as they say. Alright, I'll tell you what I know. Just please stop pointing that gun at me. It scares me. Alright then. Since you came all the way down here, how about you show us the way back up? You don't want to go down there. There are way too many disturbing things in the basement. Disturbing? What happened down there? Never mind. I'll show you the way up. Threatened by my gun, Alex reluctantly begins to climb the stairs. I see. It appears I will need to talk to Alex as well. I'm not sure if he's our enemy, but if he knows how to sneak into a place like this, he's definitely familiar with the island. Alright, let's ask. Alex, the way you're sneaking around, you don't appear to be just a regular guest. Who the hell are you? Were you hired by someone? Hired? Don't be silly. I came to this island for personal reasons. I'm not doing this for anyone. And I should believe you? You don't just happen to stumble upon a place like this. I think you're willing to risk death sneaking around like that. I'm aware of the danger. Still, there's something I have to look into. And what is that? It's that my grandmother may have been a client of this facility in the past. I came to this island to discover the truth. That should be enough, right? I don't work for the mansion and no one hired me. In any case, I am suspicious of you guys. Don't be silly. I almost became a victim of human experimentation just now. If you're not working for the mansion, you should be careful. It's now clear as day that they are enemies. They've also created monsters on this island. Monsters? Human experiments are one thing, but I find that hard to believe. Well, it's the truth. The sooner you believe that, the better, for your own sake. Tell me about your background, birthplace, family name, everything. My life is an open book. My name is Alex Werner. I'm an American of British descent. The Werner family made its fortune in arms manufacturing and export during the Civil War. After that, we further grew our wealth on the stock market. We managed to keep a low profile, but one of the few billionaire families in the United States. That sounds rather comfortable. I look at Naneko. She might know about his family. She'll be able to verify the accuracy of his information. Huh. Looks like he's telling the truth. Graham Werner, a descendant of the Werner family, who earned a huge fortune in arms exports, sold his stocks just before the Wall Street crash in 1929 and increased his wealth by buying up stocks at rock-bottom prices, becoming one of the most celebrated wealthy men of the 20th century. He also invested actively in Hollywood and is a founding member of a large studio. Even now, his name is engraved into one of the largest studios. In 1969, he died of heart disease, which he had been afflicted with for many years. I read this in an article about Hollywood 3 years ago on December 2nd. So wait, Warner, is it supposed to be that? Like Warner Brothers? Warner Brothers? What she says, is that correct? What the? Oh no, it's all correct, but how could she remember something in detail? I think that my ability is a blessing as well as a curse. I can't forget anything, even if I want to. Ability? You have a photographic memory? That's very unexpected. Alex appears to be more shaken than surprised by Naneko's ability. He seems to be afraid that we know too many details about him and his family. He's still hiding something. Any more about him? I'm afraid that's all there is to tell. Okay. Alex, how'd you manage to sneak into the basement stairway? Shouldn't be so easy to get in here. There's no way you just happened to find this staircase while you were looking for the toilet. But that's precisely what happened. When I was looking for the toilet, I happened to stumble upon this stairway. Alright, I'll tell you the truth. Don't look at me like that. My grandmother told me about it. She told me there's a hidden staircase that leads down to the basement. Her stories helped me find it. I'm not lying, really. Your grandmother's stories. It's true that Alex has been searching around the mansion for quite some time. If Alex were working for the mansion, he wouldn't have behaved like that. He's probably telling the truth. Alex, what do you know about this island? I don't know a lot, but if you're an outsider, I don't think you should look into this thing too thoroughly. Yeah, thanks for the advice, but we can no longer go back to the way things were when we arrived here. Tell me everything you know. I was investigating the illegal activities that were taking place on this island. One of them was the organ trade. The trade of organs and transplants may have been carried out on this island. I came here to uncover the truth. Naneko told me that there were operating rooms and specimens preserved in formalin in the basement. I'm certain that illegal organ trade and transplants were carried out here. Really? So there is a surgical facility on this island. Did you find any documents? For example, any medical records about my grandmother? Naneko pokes my back. There were some medical records. His grandmother's records were in there as well. However, a page with details about her had been ripped out for some reason. It seems that there also was a record about your grandmother. The details were torn out by someone, though. Was there a record? Are you sure it was torn out? Or did you overlook it? Can I go down there to see now? Hey, we can't go back now. What are you so excited about? Why are you so obsessed with your grandmother's record? No. I just want to know the truth, that's all. I don't think you're telling us the whole truth, Alex. Well, do you know anything else about this island? It doesn't matter how minor it is, I just need more information. I'm sorry, but this is my first time on the island. I don't know anything else. My grandmother didn't want to talk about this island. I just know about the organ trade. Did you know that prostitution was also happening on this island? Prostitution? Did that happen on this island too? It seems so. It's terrible. I just can't... He doesn't look like he's lying. It seems that the information about this island that Alex had was rather incomplete. Alex, I'm not sure if I believe everything you say. You're still hiding something, aren't you? The invitation was indeed sent to my grandmother. I came to this island to learn the truth about my grandmother. That's it. How my grandmother managed to cheat death and survived, and able to discover who was killed, so that she could live. So you intercepted the invitation sent to your grandmother? Is that what you're saying? That's more or less what happened. It is true that the invitation was sent to my grandmother, so I'm not an official proxy. I'm here without my grandmother's knowledge. Well, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. For now. It sounds like a mixture of truth and lies. Maybe half of it's true, while the other half is dodgy. This kid is suspicious. I better watch my back around him. Thank you for trusting me. Alex, I wanted to ask you one more thing. Do you know a girl named Aurora Lavilla? She's a young girl, wears a blue ribbon. Aurora Lavilla? Hey, what's going on? Your face just became pale. Do you know anything about her? No, I don't know her. I'm sorry, I'm feeling a little bit dizzy. Huh? His face is white as a sheet. So he does know something about Aurora. This is very strange. He appears to be extremely upset. I'm sorry. I've calmed down. I'm alright now. What about that girl? Nothing. I was just wondering if you've come across her in the mansion. In this mansion. She wasn't one of the guests. Do you mean this girl has been in this mansion all this time? I don't remember seeing any girl. Don't worry about it. Thanks anyway. Something's very strange. Alex's face went blank when I mentioned Aurora. He has to know more than he's letting on. After going up the spiral staircase for a while, we reach a door. We're here. This leads to the ground floor of the mansion. The ground floor of the mansion? Where does this staircase lead to exactly? Why don't you open the door and find out? Alright, I will. Ah, that's why he was hunting around down here. See? I see. A hidden door inside the wine cellar. Ah, you were looking around here earlier. Is this why a lot of bottles were moved around so randomly? Yes. My grandmother told me about this place. I saw some men coming out of the cellar even though they had no business being there. I found a switch that opens a hidden door in the wall. That door leads down to the basement. Naneko, can you remember everything, even the exact location of the wine bottles? That kind of freaks me out. You're scary. Why you? I'm glad we managed to get out to the ground floor in one piece. It's still a bad situation, but at least things have improved somewhat. Let's rejoin Akira and the others. Alright. I hope everyone is safe. What if there's a big sea of blood? Silly. Won't see things like that. It might actually happen. Hey, Naneko! Akira and Giselle see us and come running to us. I'm glad that they're safe. They don't look very relieved to see us, though. Are you alright? Did you take a nap somewhere? You're such a slouch, Naneko. We had a terrifying experience while you were sleeping. Take a nap? I guess our lives were in danger after you disappeared. Where'd you run off to? Ah, if it isn't Ikeda. You're still not dead, I see. Ah. Akira is so full of herself that she apparently can't take the feeling of others into account. Naneko snorts and turns toward me. Akira is always giving me a hard time. Wasn't she worried about me at all? So cold-hearted. I wish she could have gone through what we have. Hey, don't get angry. Looks like something happened over here as well. She appears to be panicking. Akira, what happened? It'd be real helpful if you could fill me in. That thing appeared. That thing! I don't understand what you're talking about. What appeared? Please don't tell me that it was just a cockroach. Try to calm down and tell me slowly. I can't talk about this calmly. That monster up here, the demon of Shironagasu Island. What? Are you serious? Do I look like I'm kidding? Perhaps it's the same creature I saw underground. Huh? I'm sure you saw something else. You probably got scared from just seeing things, Naneko. But I really saw it. Even worse, it attacked me. Ikeda, would it be alright if I beat her to death? Don't let me hold you back. Punch, punch, bam, pow, thud, kapow, whack, smack, kaboom, yow, ouch, what the heck? Stop venting your frustration on my back. Even though I'm so deeply hurt, much deeper than Challenger Ridge and the Marianas Trench, and more damage than Marineris on Mars. Alright, you can tell her that later. Alright, listen, Akira. We saw the same creature you did. Half fish, half human with reddish skin and unusually big eyes, right? Yes, that's it. The creature looked just like the one in this painting. So you saw it too. Are you alright? I'm so glad that you're safe. Why do you only believe things when Akeda tells you? I was more likely to be killed by people than by that creature, though. By people? What do you mean? Before I tell you about it, we better get away from here. This place is dangerous. No argument here. Let's get out of here. This should do it. I wedge a piece of wood into the door wheel and make sure that the iron door can't be opened easily. This is only a temporary solution, but it should be the best way to if I make it too sturdy, it might be hard to remove when we leave to escape from the guest room building. Everything considered, this is the best way to secure the door. I'll let everyone catch their breath and tell Akira and the others about what happened underground. So that maid is our enemy. We won't be able to trust the people from the mansion anymore. But we're completely isolated and left to our own devices until the ship comes back. That is, even if it even comes back. But we should go through the information we have now and prep for the attack. Prepare for their attack? Are you saying you can fight that creature? That's impossible. Well, it will depend on the situation, but we should get ready. Can you tell us what happened when you encountered the demon of Shironagasu Island? Alright. After Naneko was gone, we were looking for a way to climb up, and I was searching. Climb up? But the elevator took me underground. You idiot, how could I have known that? How was I supposed to know that this building had a basement? Alright, enough bickering. Carry on. How can I explain it? I become lightheaded just by thinking about it. Giselle, could you? Yes, young lady. When I was just checking the entrance, I heard the young lady cry out from the front of the dining hall, so I hurried back immediately. When I reached her, I saw that the creature was about to attack her. I see. So you encountered the creature there. But you did make it out of that situation alive somehow. Indeed. When I shouted and intimidated it, the monster suddenly lost all interest and disappeared in the corridor that leads outside. When I checked the corridor, it appeared that the creature had left the mansion. Giselle shouting. That's very un-Giselle-like. I kind of would like to see that. My skin crawls just thinking about it. If Giselle hadn't shouted at it, I would have been killed for sure. I could have died so often since I arrived on this island. Only twice so far. Did you forget how to count? Ouch, that hurts. You pulverized my brain, my precious brain. Anyway, I now understand what's happened here. Looks like we'll be able to avoid this confrontation. We might be able to make this work, even though our chances are slim. Do you think so? We might still be able to survive this? I'll tell you more about it later. For now, all of the guests should assemble in my room, if everyone's still safe. What if the creature is already inside the guest room building? I'll punch you, Naneko. Well, I'm already down for the count. Do you usually say that to people before you hit them? Akeda, what should I do with this violent... wait, don't leave me. Alright, we have everybody here. And yeah, she's not here. Aurora is not here. So she's not real, huh? So we're all together. What are we going to do, Akeda? Do you really have a plan? First of all, I should explain our situation to all of you. I tell them what happened. However, I leave out the part about Alex, any mention of Aurora, and any details about the basement. Judging from what Naneko told me, the person who killed Thomas and Sir Raymond has been in the underground area before us. Any guest who turns out to know more details about the underground area than I tell them has to be the killer. I want to collect clues, as many clues as possible, so that I can reveal their identity. This has turned into a horrible situation. I'm glad that everyone is safe, but right now, we don't really know what might happen. You idiot. It's because you still tried to discover this island's secret, even though I told you not to. You're just a third-class detective. What are you gonna do now? Because of you two, they won't allow any of us to survive. Us two? So you're letting yourself off the hook? I'm very well known in the underworld. They won't try to harm me, because they know how useful I'll be for them. I can stay alive by negotiating. None of you will be able to do the same. You're as meaningful as flies to them. You'll be swatted without a second thought. Flies? You're even more disgusting than a fly, Jacob Rutland. And what's that supposed to mean, young lady? I don't remember ever being insulted like that. Don't play dumb, you creep. I know you were coming here as a client of this island's prostitution operation. And you have proof of that? Making baseless accusations does not behoove you, Akira Edgeworth. Stop, both of you. We should not be arguing right now. What? Akira, are you taking his side? I like him. I wasn't expecting any less from a shady detective. He knows a way to make a profit, and he sees it. Yeah, I'll take that as a compliment. But Jacob, I don't consider your situation to be any different than ours. Just keep your big trap shut, man. You should cooperate with us if you want to stay alive. What did you say? How dare you talk to me like that? The time to negotiate with them has already ended. We should have noticed the changes in the mansion. They're already eliminating everyone on this island who could possibly become a witness. Eliminating witnesses? Jacob, you were wondering why there weren't any people in the mansion? You were referring to the prostitutes, right? Where did they all go? And not just them. The drivers who were hired, the janitor, the cook. Where could all of the staff from this mansion have gone? Judging from all the blood we saw underground, it's very likely that everyone who was supposed to be up here has already been killed down there. What's that, human blood after all? They were killed underground? That many employees? Don't be silly. If they'd done that, the public would have known about this island. Preposterous. I think that they were very calculating. The status quo of this island was finally thrown into disarray with the murder of Sir Raymond. And the unlock code that the killer of Sir Raymond and Thomas could have caused the mansion staff to act so recklessly. But what kind of code is that? I can't imagine that they would kill so many people just to get the unlock code in their hand. I have no idea, but it could be connected to the demon of Shironagasu Island. That's what has been researched on this island. For some reason, that is why that unlock code is important. An unlock code? I wonder if it's the password of some kind of program. For example, the unlock code of a nuclear missile? It must have been really important if it made them kill everyone. I don't know. But the unlock code the killer has is the only reason we're still alive. The code is our life insurance. If the killer hadn't had it, we would have been killed alongside the staff. Jacob, do you understand our situation now? Darn. So they're using a machine to extract information from our minds? A machine that can read memories from the brain? Does such a thing really exist? Yes. You won't be able to hide any secrets from them on that machine. They're going to catch us and connect us to that device one by one. They'll kill you if they find out that they don't need you. Isn't that just peachy? So one of us is the killer? He or she should just come forward. If the killer doesn't cooperate, we'll all be killed. You won't be able to fight by yourself, right? Akira tries to appeal to the killer, but nobody speaks up. As I expected, nobody reacted. But what is the killer trying to achieve? While they were trying to use the unlock code to bargain with the people from the mansion, they also killed Thomas and Sir Raymond. I don't know what exactly their goal is, but my guess would be that it is revenge. Revenge, well... Considering the things that have happened on this island, there will be many people who would carry a grudge. It would be futile, though. Even if they had their revenge, they'd never make it off this island alive. They must be ready to accept that fate. I was just thinking about that children's book we saw earlier. Based on that, I'd say their objective is definitely revenge. I don't think they were expecting to make it out of here alive. They were planning on killing everyone from the mansion. That strong determination is very obvious. But what would they do? No matter how skillful the killer is, they'll not be able to get out of here. The odds wouldn't be in their favor. Or do they have another card up their sleeves? So what are we going to do now? The ship won't be back for quite some time, if it comes back at all. Well, that's our conundrum. If one of us is really the killer, we should stay together in one room and keep an eye on each other. This way we can stay safe from the people of the mansion. They can't do anything, even if they know who the killer is. It'll be a long, drawn-out siege, and fatigue will set in. That's especially the case when the other party consists of only a few people. There are more of us, so we should use that to our advantage. Ludicrous. Do you really expect me to stay in the same room as the person who killed Thomas and Sir Raymond? They could cut my head off while I'm sleeping. I think this plan sounds extremely dangerous. Yes, it sounds rather perilous. Still, it would make for some interesting engravings on your tombstone, Jacob. Akira has managed to destroy the mood even further with her sarcastic comment. I wasn't expecting Jacob would like this plan. If the killer is taking revenge for the past, then Jacob is likely their next target. Knowing he's in the same room as the killer must be terrifying for him. But I still think that staying together in the same room would be the best way to ensure our mutual survival. Even if the killer did attack Jacob, doing so would reveal their identity. The killer is bold, but they also want to keep their identity a secret. By gathering in one place, you can be assured that you won't be attacked, Jacob. You fool. You don't understand how they think. If we stay in one place and one of us is the killer, we will all be slaughtered like lambs. The best solution for me would be to all of you stay in one place with the killer and don't leave the room. There's no need for me to be there. I will have no part in this. I'll survive by myself. The rest of you can do as you please. Jacob shouts at us and leaves the room. My plan will be keep us alive. Jacob is free to do whatever he wants. See if I care. I hope he'll get killed in his own room. That would be karma. So what are we going to do now? Are we just going to stay in this room? Well, that would be the safest thing to do. The demon of Shironagasu Island is also out there. Ah, with that thing on the loose, being alone would be extremely dangerous. Can I go back to my room as well? Huh? Weren't you paying attention? Just said that it's dangerous to be alone. I realize that, but the thought of being in the same room as the killer scares me. I'd feel safer locking myself in my room. Well, I can't force you to stay here, but please call me if anything happens. I'll also let you know if anything happens over here. So you're just leaving like that? What if that monster kills you? You haven't seen that creature, so you don't know how terrifying it is, Alex. I'll be careful. See ya. Alex, you're gonna end up in a bad situation, buddy. Why you gotta do this? I don't understand this at all. Do you know what this means? This is exactly what the criminal wants, for us to be separated. Well, everyone has their own ideas and circumstances. Hey, I almost feel bad for asking, but can I go back to my room too? What? I'm not saying that I'll stay in my room. I just want to go back to get some things. I'll come back here as soon as I'm ready. That would be fine. But someone should go with you, just in case. Well, if we're doing that, I'd like to go back to my room as well. Giselle also wants to go back, don't you, Giselle? Yes, you're right. If you'd be staying here, I'd like to bring some things as well. In that case, would the two of you come with me? Considering the situation, going alone would be too scary. Let's just pray that we don't run into that creature. Well, it probably won't be able to come here. The bridge has been blocked off. We'll go back to our rooms right away. From what I'm seeing, I don't think that the monster will have any problem getting here. Even if the bridge is blocked up, it might be able to move along the wall. I think they'll all be killed if they run into it. Well, you could have said that before they left. You should be okay. At least that's what I'd like to believe. To be honest, I actually wanted to be alone with you. I feel bad for taking advantage of this opportunity. What? What's this about? What are you going to do? Something perverted? Don't do it. I'll scream. Don't be such an idiot. I want you to help me figure out who the killer could be. I'm worried about what the people from the mansion are up to, but I also can't overlook that there's a killer among us. I'm not sure who the killer might be. Just want to pick your brain. The killer's motive. It certainly seems important, but... I still haven't been able to hear Riel and Alex's testimonies, so I can't really narrow down the list of suspects who might have murdered Thomas. I couldn't really ask Alex for his testimony when we were underground. You can make some educated guesses until you've heard from everyone. I guess that's all we can do for now. We need to think about it. Ah! What? What's that scream just now? It sounded like a woman's scream. I definitely heard that. Darn! Could something have happened again? Mineko, stay in this room. You don't need to tell me that. You should stay here as well. I'm scared. We're all gonna die. Don't say that. Just scream if anything happens. If I hear the scream, I'll be back here pronto. Ah! Good, good. But you have to scream even louder when it's for real. See you in a bit. Ah! As soon as I step outside, I hear Naneko's screams coming through the room. I think she's just trying to get attention, so I ignore her. The scream I just heard is more important. Don't let Naneko get killed off. Come on. Where did it come from? Akira and the others went upstairs just a minute ago. Does that mean that the scream came from the second floor? I guess I should take a look there first. Oh my, what's with that strange expression? Did anything happen? Are you alright? Did any of you scream? Scream? I didn't hear anything. Did you hear someone scream? I haven't heard any screaming either. I was in my room until just now. Perhaps I couldn't hear it inside there. I was in the hallway, but I didn't hear anything. Giselle was in her room, which is the wind. No, it was definitely a scream. Anyway, you should go back into your rooms and be careful. Something strange is happening. What do you mean? Are you trying to scare me? Whatever. I'll just stay in my room with Giselle for now. But I expect you to contact me once the coast is clear. I'll contact you as soon as I know what's happening. Be careful, Ikeda. So it didn't come from the second floor, but only Neko and Alex and I are staying on the ground floor. But that was the scream of a woman. What could that mean? What's going on? No, wait, I should talk to Alex. He might be able to shine light on this. Alex, open up! It's me, Senekeda. Wanted to ask you about a scream I just heard around here. That's weird. There's no response. Did something happen here too? Darn, I guess I'll just have to let myself in. Please don't let there be another corpse inside. Does Alex scream like a girl? Hey, Alex! Guess he's not here? I don't see him in the bedroom. So that scream was so loud I could hear it in my room. Alex must have heard it too. I'm sure something happened. There's something strange about it. The scream of a woman that nobody else could hear. Could it be Aurora? No, I shouldn't think about her for the time being, but I'm still confused about that. In any case, where could Alex be? What's going on? His jacket and trousers are lying on the bed. Is he taking a bath? Hey, Alex, are you alright? I'm coming in. What the... So you're fine after all. Sorry to barge in all of a sudden. What are you looking at? What do you want? Get out. Sorry, my bad. I'll get out of your hair, but I need to ask you some questions whenever you have time. Yes, alright, but get out of here first. Okay. Huh. Well, whatever rocks his boat, but I don't think he wanted me to see him like that. I never would have thought Alex was into cross-dressing, but he appeared to be very nervous. I guess he hasn't told anyone about it? Guess I shouldn't pressure him into talking about it. Ikeda, are you still there? Yes, I'm here. Can you wait for a minute? I want to talk to you about something. I don't think you are, but you're not having any weird thoughts right now. Huh? Weird? No, never mind. Should I tell him I couldn't care less about things like that? He's so anxious. Sorry to have kept you waiting. Huh? Did you see it? My secret? Wait, he wants to talk about that? What should I say? I don't want to hurt his feelings. Everyone has one or two skeletons in their closet. Huh? Well, I did try to keep this a secret, but I meet a lot of people just like you in my line of work, so don't worry about it. I see. It must be so hard for them, selecting clothes. No idea. I don't know all of the details, but it's probably not easy. Of course. When I went to buy a nice boutique to buy these kinds of clothes, I was so nervous. I'm sure you were. I just like the way girls look, so... Well, yes, that's true. I also don't like wearing pants. I almost never wear them. What? This is so weird. There's a murder going on right now, right? Right? This is a very strange segue. This is a very strange segue. Shouldn't you be wearing them? What? Why? It might not be legal to... I don't think that's the case. I just wear what I want to wear. I don't mind, but as long as you don't go outside without any... Huh? I actually never wear them, even when I'm outside. What? Is that so... I really don't think he should be doing that. He might even get arrested. Huh? I see. Well, I understand your situation. I also somewhat understand what difficulty you might be facing. Feel free to ask me if you have any other problems. Problems? Well, I certainly don't like to dress like a man. If I could, I'd wear a skirt all the time. But I certainly don't have any problems. Well, that's good to hear. Here's a free piece of advice. You'll be in trouble if you get caught by the police. Make sure to leave whenever things get rowdy, alright? Huh? What are you talking about? Why would I be in trouble with the police? I've been thinking about this for a while now, but I don't think we're on the same page. Are you misunderstanding something? I don't think so. You said that you never wear panties even when you're outside, didn't you? So you have to avoid the police. What? 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 I didn't say that at all. Why would you... Who told you that ridiculous lie? You pervert. You told me you don't like wearing pants and that you go outside without wearing any. You idiot. I said pants, as in trousers. I don't go outside without wearing panties. Did you imagine that, you pervert? In countries like Japan and England, people refer to underwear as pants, so I must have misunderstood what you meant. I'm relieved to hear that you do wear underwear while cross-dressing. Cross-dressing? What are you talking about? I'm a girl! What? What? You were wearing women's underwear, so I thought I wear women's underwear because I'm a girl. I have such perfectly shaped boobs as well. How could you miss that, you idiot? Perfect boobs. Duh. Well, alright, I won't call them perfect, but take a close look. I do have breasts, don't I? I'm a girl, you know. Huh. Honestly, I'm not sure I can tell. Yes, those certainly are breasts. So, you were a girl this whole time. Well, to be honest, I still don't know if she really has breasts or not. They're not exactly eye-popping. And I must not say those words out loud, because I'd be dead if I did. What is going on? What is this? I feel like I'm going crazy. What is this? Okay. I'm just shaking my head right now. A little bit here. Hang on. I need a minute. Okay, let's keep this going here. I wanted to tell you I was a girl from the beginning, but how could you misunderstand that, Akita? You're the worst detective I've ever met, and don't harass me now that you know I'm a girl. Don't say stupid things. Anyway, I'm sorry for not realizing you were a female. My apologies. I will accept your apologies, but really, don't come near me. No closer than 2 meters. I'll scream if you do. Alright, whatever. Oh, now that you mention it, I heard a scream a little while ago. Oh yes, I completely forgot about that. That was me screaming. A creature appeared outside my window as I was taking a shower. A creature? The demon of Shironagasu Island? That might have been it. It looked like the one in that painting. It didn't look like a natural creature. To be honest, I still don't know what that thing is yet. For now, it is likely a humanoid biological weapon, which may have been researched in this mansion. Humanoid biological weapons? You mean like from Resident Evil? Do they exist? You have to see it to believe it. But you saw it with your eyes, didn't you? I did see it, but, well, I almost couldn't believe my eyes. I wasn't sure it was real. Well, it could be safer for all of us to stay together from now on. Looks like being by yourself is dangerous. Yes, you're right. Having seen that, I don't want to be alone. By the way, Alex, I'd like to ask you some more questions. Your answers may affect our future. Huh? Sure, anything I can do to help. About pretending to be a man, yeah. So you came to this island pretending to be a man? Why'd you do that? I hid the fact that I was going to this island from my family because I often went to social gatherings. I was afraid they would become suspicious if I used my real name and didn't disguise myself. Huh. So you changed your name and appearance. What's your real name? Lily Alexandria Werner. I see, Lily. Your middle name is Alexandria, which is where Alex came from, right? Only my relatives know my middle name. I was afraid I would be found out if I chose an entirely new name, so I went with Alex. My grandmother used to call me that. I'll keep your real name a secret. I'll continue to call you Alex, at least until we get off this island. Thank you. I appreciate that. But you can continue to call me Alex even if we escape. Alright, Alex. But you played the part of a man really well. It's weird to be complimented like that, but I'm glad I pretended to be a man. Actually, I had met Akira a couple of times before. That was quite some time ago, and she doesn't seem to remember it now. That was a close call, then. If Akira noticed that you're a woman, your cover would have been blown. That's why I don't want to talk to her much. If she asks too many questions, she might realize who I really am. That's why I didn't stay in your room and came back here. I didn't want to be around her. It certainly would be risky. If you were to spend a lot of time in a room together, she might notice something about you. If she saw me like you did earlier, my life would be over. But I didn't expect to be spied on in my own room, though. No, wait a minute. I didn't mean to spy on you. Don't get angry. It wasn't on purpose. But it's true. I can't trust a shady detective like you. Hey, why are you being so hostile to me? My reputation might not be so sparkly clean, but that can't make you hate me that much. Is there any particular reason? There's no particular reason, but I read bad things about you in the newspapers. Alex, do you really believe those lies? You've seen what I did, right? What you did was spying on me. It looks like I've hit a nerve. I guess I don't think you're as bad as the newspapers make you out to be, but I'm still keeping an eye on you. Well, I'll just have to gain your trust then. Anything else here? I don't want to talk about that anymore. Alright. Thomas's murder. Alex, could you tell me what you were doing before Thomas was murdered? Before Thomas was murdered? Let's see. Abby the maid told me that the meal was ready, so I just went to the dining hall. Could you tell me a bit more about that? For example, were the iron doors at the bridge open or closed? Can you remember? The iron doors? I believe they were closed. I remember that the wheels were so heavy that my fingers hurt. I see, so they were closed. Did you stop anywhere else on your way there? I didn't. I went straight to the dining hall. You entered the dining hall after Giselle, didn't you? I think so. I recall that Akira and Giselle had arrived before me. Did you notice anything else? Like something unusual in the corridor on the bridge? Something like an incendiary device or a device that you didn't recognize? An incendiary device? No, I don't recall there being anything like that in particular. The corridor and the bridge were exactly the same as before. Oh, but the bridge was still very wet. So wet that I was afraid I might slip. Nothing unusual, huh? In other words, if the killer planted any devices there, it was after Alex had gone to the dining hall. Was that helpful in any way? Yes, it was. The more information I get, the further mystery deepens. Now I'm sure one of the guests is lying. If I proceed with my investigation, I'll definitely uncover the truth. I also want to know more about what happened after Thomas's body was found. Even small details matter. When Thomas's body was found, you were talking about the murder on the bridge, right? I remember that Akira and Giselle left the dining room first, so I thought it'd be better if I wait a little bit before returning to my room. I didn't want to run into Akira, so I left the hall with Riel after Jacob. That was when I found out about the murder. That's all I remember. Did you sense anything strange, no matter how trivial? I was quite upset at the time, so I probably would have overlooked anything unusual. Oh, come to think of it, you told me to look after Naneko, so I was with her the entire time. How was Naneko doing at that time? Her face was pale, her long black hair was very messy, and she smelled a bit bad. She was like a debilitated animal. I couldn't hear it well, but she was talking something in a delirium. I see. Alex also doesn't mince words. Do all billionaires behave the same way? Oh, come to think of it. Someone told me that the stone bridge was warm at the time. Did you notice anything? The stone bridge? Oh, come to think of it, it certainly was. I felt it when I was looking after Naneko, but it was only for a moment. Besides, everything was so confusing, so I thought I just imagined it. So the bridge was warm after all. There has to be a reason for that. Does that have anything to do with Thomas's murder? I don't know right now. But I don't think it's just a coincidence. There has to be a reason for it. If one of the guests is the killer, then who could it be? Can you tell me exactly what happened when you saw the demon of Shironagasu Island? That thing. Ugh, my knees are still shaking. When I was taking a shower... Hey, no funny thoughts, you hear? I wasn't having any. You were saying. While I was taking a shower, I looked out the window. It was so dark that I could hardly see anything, except for the moonlight reflected off the rolling waves. Suddenly, that creature appeared in front of me. It was upside down, too, like a lizard sticking to a window, and those big eyes stared at me. That was when I screamed. I immediately crawled out of the bathroom. After a while, I decided to peek into the bathroom, and the monster was gone. When I finally calmed down, I felt that I could have been imagining things, but it was so real. As I was thinking about what to do, a peeping Tom appeared. A peeping Tom? Who could that have been? Are you serious? What? No sense of humor? I should tone my sense of humor down. She might kill me otherwise. Perfect. No one has ever seen me in my underwear except you. It's no big deal. It's not the end of the world. I shouldn't say that out loud. Otherwise there will be a third murder. Well, anyway, that was when I saw the creature. That was very helpful. However, that means that monster is still somewhere around the building. Don't say that. I can't even imagine. Naneko also said that she saw the demon of Shironagasu Island out of the window of her room. It hasn't touched any of us, though. So what does it want? Does it just run around scaring people? It behaves as if it's looking for something. Looking for something? I'm not sure, but it's possible. Perhaps it has received an order to find a target and then liquidate that person. Do you mean that it's trying to kill someone? Then it's dangerous. Calm down, it's only a guess. But I think there's a purpose behind its behavior. We should gather in one place and prepare for the worst, like you said. I'm really scared. You're right. You want to talk about that again? I'd rather not. Oh no, I'm not going to talk to you about that again. However, the bigger picture is gradually becoming clearer as I've been able to gather a lot of information already. When you find out who killed Sir Thomas and Sir Raymond, what are you going to do? Well, to be honest, I haven't decided yet, but under these circumstances, I'll have to ask for their help. I don't know if they will cooperate with us, though. As Jacob said, the killer might not listen to reason. I just hope we don't all get killed. Yes, hopefully this killing spree has already ended. However, have you decided what you're going to do next? I'll change into my male clothes and then head to your room. I'm a bit nervous being around Akira, but in that case, I'll go back to my room now. I'm also a bit worried about Naneko. You be alright by yourself for a short while? I'm only changing my clothes, so I guess I'll be fine. I'll head out as soon as I'm ready. Just let me know if anything goes wrong. Scream like you did earlier and I'll run to you. I should be able to hear your voice. Ish. Thanks, but I'll be fine. Well, come to think of it, yes. Earlier, after we were shown to our rooms, I tried to talk to you, didn't I? Oh yeah, I believe you did. What was that about? Well, actually, shortly after I was shown to my room, I heard some kind of moaning coming down the hallway. It was so quiet that I thought I was imagining things. So I tried to ask you about it. Right, I couldn't talk to you at that time because of a really stupid emergency. Very quiet moans, huh? To tell you the truth, I also heard something like that. A moaning so quiet I thought I imagined it. Could this be connected to the murder? Maybe. I'll try to figure out what that was. If you remember anything else, please let me know. Yes, alright. By the way, I don't know if I should ask you this, but is dressing like a man difficult? Well, it certainly takes a lot of time. I put shoulder pads in my jacket to make me look like a man as much as possible. Also, I have to act like one. I see. It certainly appears to be a hassle. Especially you have to flatten your chest as much as possible. People will find out that you're a girl. That must be hard, right? Huh? Huh? Alex appears to be upset. Did I say something wrong? I don't think I did. I didn't have to do anything about my chest. What? No, you're joking. You're kidding. If you don't flatten your chest, people find out that you're a girl. I bet you have some tricks up your sleeve, am I right? What? I didn't do anything at all into my chest, but nobody noticed anything. This shady detective says some really interesting things. You don't say. Is Alex that flat-chested? To be honest, I didn't think her breasts were that large in the first place, so she could pretend to be a man without having to do anything about her chest? Ooh. Oh boy, this is bad. Get out, scumbag detective! Get out! Ouch. I am forced out with a strong push. And that whole scene was very, very Japanese. You're welcome. Guess I had that coming. They say that being a woman isn't easy. I'll keep that in mind. Anyway, I found out what that scream was and heard Alex's testimony. I should hurry up and return to my room. Otherwise, Naneko was going to die of shock. It's me. I solved the mystery of the scream. You right? I'm coming in. Uh-oh. She's gone. Huh? Where's Naneko? Naneko, are you hiding? I'm here. What? Why are you in such a cramped space? Kato, you sure took your sweet time. You've got to be kidding me. I was just beginning to think about good ways to kill you. I know I took my time. Don't be so angry. I had no choice. Taking you with me would have been much more dangerous. What if I was killed in this room? Well, I'll complain about that later. So what was that scream? That scream? That was just my imagination. What? That's not true. I heard it too. You said so yourself. Let's just pretend that's all it was for now. The scream itself had nothing to do with our current situation, and it wasn't a big deal either, so just forget about it for now. I won't be able to understand why unless you let me know what happened. I guess I've promised that. I'll tell you about it when we get off this island safely, alright? I don't like this one bit. Well, as long as it wasn't anything important, but still. Did anything strange happen here? For instance, something strange appearing outside? I didn't see anything like that. I've been here for a long time. If I'd been looking at the ground, I wouldn't know if there was anything strange. Anyway, don't talk about such scary things. I guess it's okay to rest up a bit for now, but I better be on my guard. Alex saw the creature after all. I wonder if Akira and the others are alright. If someone was screaming on the second floor, I wouldn't be able to hear them from here. The phone, it's probably Akira. Akira speaking. Judging from the steadiness of your voice, you have managed to calm down after your earlier misadventures. A heavily distorted voice. This can only be one person. Is that you, Wizards? I was waiting for you to call again. I would like to suggest an exchange of information. I want to know about everything that happened underground, not just the vague details you gave the others. Tell me, and I'll give you some useful information in return. Darn, what useful information? Wizards won't reveal their identity, but I have an idea who they might be. I'll just have to flush them out myself. I pressed the mute button on the phone. Ah! Eek! Why did you shout out of the blue? You idiot. Are you trying to give me a heart attack? Shh, be quiet. Don't make a sound. Once Naneka was finished her little tantrum, I mute the phone. Wizards may have noticed that the audio was muted, but they probably won't know what I just did. I'm sure I couldn't hear my voice from the phone. Hey, Wizards, let's stop playing games. I can't trust you if you hide your identity like this. The way things are going, we're all going to become fish food. As I said before, our relationship is only mutually beneficial when our interests coincide. I will not become more involved than I have to. You're quite obstinate. Maybe I should just reveal your identity. Are you threatening me? Are you saying that you refuse to cooperate with me? Oh, I didn't say I wouldn't cooperate with you. I'm just saying that I don't want to have a one-sided relationship. Trust is built on an equal footing. I don't think our current relationship is very healthy. Here is what I believe, and it concerns you as well. If my identity is revealed, something bad will definitely happen to you. And of course, to that sweet girl as well. Well, well, it appears that we're at an impasse. My answer won't change, Wizards. I'll reveal your identity. I'll be the one making our next phone call. This is my final warning. Do not attempt to reveal my identity. So selfish. Looks like I need to take care of this issue first. Naneka, want to find out who Wizards is. Time to use your abilities. I don't know. Should we do that? They must have their reasons for not revealing their identity. An undercover investigator, a killer, a mysterious monster, what the people from the mansion are trying to do. Everything is unclear. I have to have at least something to uncover. I have to solve these mysteries one by one. For starters, I want to know who Wizards is. I'm sure they've left some clues. We just have to discover those to discover their identity. Clues? Were there any? First, take a look at this. Is this a list of suspects? But why are there so many names on it? Why am I also on here? Beginning by narrowing down the suspects from scratch is an ironclad rule. In fact, I've had several cases where someone least expected was the culprit. In that case, I don't mind being on the list, but you also included yourself, Thomas, who's dead by the way, and even Aurora, who doesn't even exist. Any possibility is worth considering, no matter how absurd it may be. Alright, so who do you think Wizards is? I've narrowed it down to quite a few people. Wait a minute, what? I have narrowed it down to quite a few people. Well, there's 11 people on that list, right? So, how can you narrow... I've narrowed it down to everybody on the island. Congratulations, Akita. You have not actually narrowed it down. But I still don't have anything conclusive. Right. They have covered their tracks well. Considering the point in time when Wizards contacted you, several people can be excluded. And also, why did you suddenly scream so loudly? I wanted to see if I could hear my voice on the other side of the line. So, did you hear anything? Strangely, I couldn't hear my voice on the other side. I see. This will narrow down the list of suspects. However, it isn't decisive. Also, what does Wizards mean in the first place? Perhaps it doesn't mean anything in particular. It could just be a codename. No, I heard them pause briefly when I asked them to give me a call sign. I think they probably came up with that at the spur of the moment. In other words, the name Wizards is not their regular codename. Then how did they come up with that name? Wizard, as in sorcerer. But isn't that kind of weird that the name is plural? Wizards, not wizard? Naneko, does Wizards ring a bell? Top-level hackers are referred to as Wizards. They are? There's also an NBA team called the Washington Wizards. Also, it's not exactly the same word, but there's a Wither Hill mountain range in New Zealand. And there's also a brand of white wine called Wither Hills. A wine brand? Is it a well-known brand? Wither Hills, what does that have to do with Wizards? No, it's not very popular. It's not expensive either. It's just a regular wine brand. Wither Hills. They must have thought of something and then came up with Wizards. Perhaps they unconsciously used words of things or places close to them? Is that an important clue for uncovering their identity? So what is the name based on? Sorcerers, hackers, wine, the NBA. No, wait, maybe. Huh? Do you know who Wizards is? If my power of deduction is correct, then who? Who are these people as wizards? Tell me. Wine? Jacob? I point at Jacob's name. Jacob? I wonder if his alcoholism is linked to the name Wizards. Naneko, you said there's a white wine called Wizard's Hill. Wait! That wasn't what it was called something else. Wait, what? Am I going crazy here? Wither Hills. Yeah, Wither Hills, so not Wizard's Hills. What? I'm going crazy. Jacob would have taken that name from there. Jacob is a wine snob, so I don't really think he would have based his name on a mediocre supermarket wine. It makes no sense at all. Strange, but not impossible. Besides, I couldn't hear my voice over the phone. That means Wizards is on the second floor, where my voice can't be heard. So it has to be Jacob. If Wizards is Jacob, Jacob is an undercover agent for some secret organization. Do you really think he'd be an alcoholic as well? It could just be an act. An act? He's been coming to this island for ages, is into prostitution, has been a drunken pig all along. Tell me if I'm missing something. If he were a fake, the people from the mansion would have seen through him right away. But I know quite a few detectives in New York who do their jobs perfectly fine when they're on the bottle. I'm still not convinced. If Jacob really is Wizards, why don't you just call him? You're right. In this case, I should just try asking Jacob directly. Ooh, that's a bad idea. I call Jacob's room. Strange, he doesn't pick up. Or he's just ignoring his phone. Perhaps he doesn't want to talk. I guess I'll just go to Jacob's room. Want to come? Me? Of course I'm coming with you. I'm too afraid of being left alone. Wait, I'm not sure anymore. Should I stay or should I go? Make up your mind already. I'll come with you. No, I'll stay here after all. No, wait, I'll come with you after all. Perhaps I won't. I can't decide. Suit yourself. Hey, you're doing that again. You gotta be kidding me. Don't leave me. I don't have time to figure out what you want. Well, maybe I was being indecisive. I'm afraid of being alone, so I'll come with you. Sheesh, you could have just said that in the first place. Jacob's room number is 203. What was that? Was the room on the center right? He's definitely going to get upset. I don't think he'll admit it. Well, even if that's the case, I know what to do. In a couple of minutes, he'll be begging to talk. What horrible things you're talking about? Making false accusations against him? Jacob, I want to talk to you. Could you open the door? No response. Did he leave his room? Door doesn't appear to be locked. I have a bad feeling about this. I have a really bad feeling about this. We should be on our guard. And Echo, step back. Oh no! What? Jacob? A clean cut to his carotid artery with a sharp object. He most likely died on the spot. Most of the bloodstains are on his neck. Probably because he died before he could resist. Was he surprised? Or wasn't he worried if we ever killed him? The blood flowing out of his carotid artery has not yet hardened. He's still warm. Certainly he's just been murdered. The wound in his neck was most likely made with a knife, which ruled out the creature. It's probably the same person who killed Sir Raymond and Thomas. Judging from the handiwork and the modus operandi, the killer is most likely a professional. Jacob was probably killed about 10 minutes ago, and the killer is probably still nearby, perhaps with evidence of the murder on them. I can't take this anymore. Why does this keep happening? This island, we shouldn't have come here. I should assemble everyone right now. But that means we won't be together with whoever just killed Jacob. Getting everyone together in one place is much too dangerous. Oh, it's definitely dangerous. The killer is now behaving so brazenly that they might even reveal their identity. I know, Jacob's dead. If we assemble, they might attack all of us. But if we leave the killer alone, then we become the next target. There's no time to waste. I'll be the most at risk. But if we assemble in the same place on the second floor, I can keep an eye out on everyone. Although I don't know who the killer is to keep them from killing again, for now. We should call Alex to come upstairs from the first floor. That'd be safer for us than going all the way down here. Once we're all together, I should be able to figure out who the killer is. I guess you're right. I'll be careful, don't worry. If you say so, I believe in you, but... Alright, let's do this then. Naneko, stay behind me. If someone attacks you, escape immediately and run back to my room. Alright. Akira, it's me. Could you come outside? We need to talk. Huh? Oh, I was just about to go to your room. What's wrong? You have a terrible look on your face. Did something happen? Did you hear anything strange about 10 minutes ago? Hear anything strange? Didn't you ask me the same thing earlier? I didn't hear anything unusual. Have you and Giselle been together this whole time? No, we've been running around, so we haven't been together all the time. Why does this feel like an interrogation? What's going on? Jacob has been murdered. What? Are you telling me that he was murdered? When? And where? About 10 minutes ago. I found him dead in his room. So let me ask you again. Were you and Giselle in this room 10 minutes ago? Hang on. I have to collect my thoughts first. I wasn't with Giselle because we were going back and forth between our rooms for luggage. But she couldn't have had enough time to sneak into our room and kill him. Isn't that right, Giselle? The young lady and I were indeed in separate rooms. For about 10 minutes, I'd say. I look closely at the clothes Akira and Giselle are wearing. There are no traces of bloodstains on the hands or sleeves. Even if the killer is a professional, there probably would be blood on their sleeves. Does that mean these two are innocent? But the only remaining suspects are Riel and Alex. Could one of them be the killer? Is the killer really one of us? If so, who is it? Or could the killer come from outside the mansion? What a predicament. So Ikeda, you said you found Jacob's body. You're serious, right? How do we know that you didn't kill Jacob? Hey, I've been on the first floor this entire time, and I don't have a motive to kill Jacob. Perhaps someone hired you to kill all the people who have something to do with this island. Ikeda might not be squeaky clean, but he would never do something like that. Naneko, you're here with Ikeda, so I can't really trust anything you say about him. Well, why would Ikeda go through all the trouble of saving you from dying from snake venom? Right? If I was really the murderer, why did Ikeda do that? Well, looks like there's plenty of distrust going around. Jacob dead, there's only 6 guests left. It's only natural that she would suspect me. I understand that you might suspect me, but please stay calm. If I were the killer, there would be no reason for me to tell you about Jacob's murder, and I was trying to get everyone to assemble in my room. Why should I do anything suspicious? I guess you're right. But if that's the case, who's the killer? If it wasn't Giselle, Ikeda, Naneko, and I, there are only 2 more of us. I'm going to investigate, so please be discreet. Please, cooperate with me. I just want to keep you all safe. Alright, we'll cooperate, if it's really dangerous. Alright, Akira, don't lock your door. I'm going to call Riel now. If anything happens, take Naneko into your room and lock the door. Huh? Could it be her? Do you think she's the killer? I don't know yet. Right now, we're all suspects. Riel, could you open your door? I'd like to have a word. Huh? Actually, I heard everything through my door. I've been in my room this whole time. I don't have any witnesses, so I don't know if I can convince you of that, though. I'm glad that you got straight to the point. Do you remember hearing any noises outside? I think I heard Akira's voice in the hallway once, but nothing else. I might not have heard much because of the sound of the wind blowing outside. I'm sorry. What are you saying? Ikeda, don't let her fool you. She's trying to make me look suspicious. Calm down, Akira. Riel just said that she heard your voice in the hallway. She didn't say that you were the killer, did she? Although I might be a suspect, Akira doesn't have an alibi either, right? I don't have time to kill him. The more I think about it, the more certain I am that it has to be you. The killer must have wanted us to quarrel with each other. Whoever killed him is not an amateur. The murder method was a professional assassination technique. They covered his mouth from behind and neatly severed his carotid artery. If we don't stay calm, we won't stand a chance. In any case, we should gather in Akira's room. Giselle, could you call Alex and ask him to come here? Coming to this room by himself should not be too dangerous. Yes, I will. That's strange. What is it? I can't seem to connect to the phone in Mr. Warner's room. All I can hear is a busy tone. What? That's strange. Do you think he was killed also? Well, that's definitely possible. Or he could have been attacked by that monster. I should go and see. So you want the 4 of us to stay together in a single room, not knowing who the killer is? It's alright. Just wait a few minutes. If Alex is safe, I'll come back immediately. All of you should stand in a corner, face the others, and raise your hands. If one of you lowers her hands, the others should try to restrain her. Easy for you to say. Does that really work? I'll be back in just a few minutes. Considering the circumstances, the killer won't be reckless. Very well, we'll do as you say, but Ikeda, please come back as soon as possible. For real, since nobody knows who the killer is, please come back quickly. I've spoken to everyone on the 2nd floor. That only leaves Alex. There's no time to waste. Alex, it's me. Are you alright? Open up. What's all of this all of a sudden? You startled me. I was about to leave my room. Are you alright? Your phone gave a busy signal. My phone? I don't think there's anything wrong with it. What's going on? Did something else happen? I'll tell you about it later. For now, just follow me. Okay. I'll do as you say, but could you tell me what's going on while we're walking? Fine, I'll give you the short version. Jacob's been murdered. We're all gathering in a single room. What? Jacob? The killer struck again? I came to get you because the phone in your room gave a busy signal. I was afraid the killer had murdered you too. What? Don't say such scary things. Nothing strange has happened since you left. Ugh! A blackout. This is bad. We have to go to the room on the second floor right away. Go to the room, you say? It's pitch black and I can't see anything. Oh, don't touch me there! What are you talking about? Oh, the lights went blank. Huh? Oh, it was just the wall. Silly me. Hey, like I have time to fool around. Let's head upstairs. What's that sound? Gunfire? Darn, an echo. The hallway looks the same as it did before, but I'm certain that something has happened. I have a very bad feeling about this. Just stay safe. An echo? No. It wasn't me. Ikeda, help. What the hell is going on? What happened? What was that gunshot just now? I can see Akira and Giselle covered in blood and Naneko is holding a knife. Riel, where is she? Naneko, what the hell happened in here? The light suddenly went off. I heard the sound of something moving and then some gunshots. Before I knew what happened, and I had a knife in my hand. But I didn't do this. Help me, Ikeda. It's alright. Just give me the knife. Darn, no way. It's all the killer's work. I suddenly hear something moving quickly in the dark. A lukewarm liquid trickles down my back. A soft groan echoes in the dark. Before I realize what's going on, I feel a sudden, sharp sting in my side. Seconds later, the pain hits. The world goes dark before my eyes. I try to fight back, but my punches only hit air. A shadow thrusts its knife at me again. I collapse onto the floor. I try to protect myself from the knife lunging at me. I feel the shock of a sharp blade piercing into my chest. I violently spew out blood. The shadow repeatedly stabs me over and over. Ikeda! 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 I think I can hear Neko's cry from far away. Ah, darn, I guess I was wrong. My reasoning was wrong from the get-go. Even now, it's too late. I finally realize who the killer is. I think of Neko as my life drains from my body. So wait, that was like a glorified bad end? That was a really long bad end. What? Okay, hang on. We gotta do this again. Alright. Alright, here we go. So, we picked the wrong person, basically. Alright, hang on. Let's get through this. Get through this. Da, 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 da. Okay. So, alright. So I went off of Jacob because of the wine bottle, but that's not the case. So Jacob is not it. Wizard Hills. So hang on. Aurora is not real. Thomas is dead. Vincent is... I think... I don't think it's Vincent. It's not Alex. It's not... I don't think it's Rio. The only person I can think of possibly is Giselle. Right? Is it Giselle? Is Giselle Wizards? Because somebody who is trying to expose the island. I'm just trying to think through the reasoning here, because they said that they're trying to expose what's going on in the island. And it's a distorted voice, so we don't know who it is. And Giselle, like, the thing that made me suspicious about Giselle from the beginning was that Kira said that Giselle worked for her family and she volunteered to be her bodyguard or whatever on this trip. So what's got me wondering about that is that potentially then Giselle came on this island to expose everything. That's the only thing I can think of. So let me pick Giselle and let's see what happens. I point at Giselle's name. Giselle, Why do you think Giselle is wizards? To be honest, I can't be sure. Just a hunch. What are you talking about? Do you go from deduction to guesswork? No, come to think of it, Akira said that she was in a room with Giselle a while ago. Giselle may not have had time to make a phone call. Akira sticks to Giselle like glue. It would be difficult for Giselle to make a secret phone call without Akira looking over her shoulder. Definitely. This is an incorrect line of thought. Stop messing around. If wizards were someone else, who would they most likely be? Well, think. That's not you. Think again, and this time use your brain. Are you sure you're cut out for this job? If the name came from Witherhill's wine, white wine, could Jacob be wizards? But since Jacob has such eclectic taste, it's unlikely that he chooses such a cheap wine as his call sign. That doesn't sound unreasonable. It's a likely theory. Why don't you ask him directly? Right. Okay. Never mind. We're just going to go back into the same mess that we were before. So, is Riel wizards? She's the only one. She did ask to just go to her room for no particular reason. Right? Like, once Jacob did it, Riel wanted to do it. And then Akira said she wanted to, and then Giselle accompanied her. So really, because like, it's not Alex, because Alex is on the first floor. So let's start Riel. I pointed at Riel's name. Riel? Well, it could be possible that Riel is an undercover investigator. Riel may very well be wizards, given the circumstances and the content of the conversation. It's unlikely that you, me, the people from the mansion, Thomas, or Aurora are wizards. Well, that's true. I'd lose respect for you if you chose those people. No, I think you have brain damage. Now, consider the loud scream I just made. That leads me to exclude one more person. Yes, what was that all about? A loud voice that comes from the floor on the first floor, from a room that can't be heard by the people on the second floor. On the other hand, everyone on the first floor could hear it. But I could not hear my scream on the other end of the telephone, which means Alex, who's also on the first floor, can't be wizards. Yes, so the only ones who remain are Akira, Giselle, Riel, and Jacob. Of course, it can't be Akira either. The first time wizards called me, she was in the bathroom with you, so she couldn't have called me. You mean when that hentai pervert was peeking at us? She was in the bathroom with me, so Akira can't be wizards. I didn't do that on purpose. You're not going to let me forget about that anytime soon, are you? Anyway, it can't be Akira. Also, Akira said that she would go back to her room with Giselle. If Giselle and Akira were in the same room, it would be difficult for Giselle to call me. Yeah, those two are always together. So it would be difficult for Giselle to call you for a long period of time. Now wait, do we think Jacob is still dead in this continuity now? Or have we changed history? Or what? In that case, there's two suspects left, Jacob and Riel. Jacob and Riel? Could it really be Riel? Because there's no way that alcoholic is an undercover investigator. Hey, we should let go of any preconceptions. We have to consider the possibility that Jacob is wizards as well. Even so, can we narrow it down any more? It'd be better to talk to them directly. I call Riel. Hello? It's me, Akeda. I'd like to talk to you. Do you have a second? Hi, Akeda. Did you find out where that scream came from? Of course I haven't wanted to talk. What's this about? I'd like you to come to my room. Just you alone. Would that be alright? Yes, but what's going on? Not knowing the details scares me. I'll tell you when you're here. I'd appreciate it if you could come as soon as possible. Alright. I'll be there in a bit. I'll be waiting. Accusing Riel all of a sudden is risky. What if you're wrong? In that case, I'll just apologize. Don't you feel any sense of guilt? She may become terribly upset. Akeda, it's me. Can I come in? Yes, please. Come on in. The door's unlocked. Hello, Akeda. What do you want to talk about? Also, why did you want me to talk to me alone? What's going on? I wanted to ask you a few things. Riel, you wizards, aren't you? Wizards? What are you talking about? I don't understand what you're trying to say. Okay, well, I tell Riel what I'm to do. People who are excluded and people who are unlikely to be wizards. However, I try to avoid talking about what happened with Alex as much as possible. With this information, we've narrowed down the list of people who could be wizards to 2. Jacob and you. So who of you two could wizards be? I take a close look at the name wizards. It's strange that this is the plural form of the word wizards. Perhaps this name contains important information about wizards' identity. So what could that be? Was there something that narrowed it down further? What about the Wither Hills White brand? Wizard Hills White Wine brand. continued Neko's muttering line of thought. Yes, that's a possibility. It's possible that Jacob based that name on a wine brand. But Jacob is a picky guy and prefers high-end wine. He could have used the name of a more exclusive winery, not a supermarket wine. So let's take a look at the second possibility. The NBA team, the Washington Wizards. It's a baseball team from Washington. And I remember one of the guests talking about Washington before. Ah, that's right. Riel said that she is a physician from Washington. Exactly. Undercover investigators usually use the place they're from in their backstories to ensure there aren't any slip-ups during their mission. Because if they say the wrong things about a place, they don't know people who are familiar with the place might blow their cover. Or perhaps your place of birth really is Washington. Therefore, when you tried to come up with a code name, you thought of Washington, and that name popped into your head. That means you've revealed your identity by telling me what city you're from. Hey, wait just a minute. Can I say something? Even if you really believe that I'm wizards based on the information, isn't that rather flimsy proof? You can't discount the possibility that Jacob wanted to make me look suspicious. No, it took wizards only a second to come up with that name. Jacob couldn't have come up with that in such a short time. Even if he could have done so, why would he use the name of an NBA team? Most people wouldn't associate Washington with basketball. Also, I have conclusive evidence that proves that you are wizards. Conclusive evidence? Didn't you notice that I muted the phone for a minute when we talked earlier? When I muted it, I asked Neko to call the guests' phones from Alex's room. The only phone that was in use was the one in your room. Isn't that funny? Only wizards and I were using our phones. If your phone was in use, who were you talking to? No room phones were being used except for yours and mine. The phone in my room, you must be mistaken. Stop playing innocent. The gig is up. You might as well drop the act, wizards. Huh. So that's why you muted your phone. I've been played like a fool. But I remember clearly asking you not to reveal my identity. Oh, so you are wizards after all. Actually, I wasn't sure that it was you until just now. Sorry. It looks like you admitted it a little bit too soon. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Calm down and think about it. Do you really think I could have asked Neko to go to Alex's room by herself to call all the phones? There's no way she would have done that. Why do I feel totally useless right now? But now that you mention it, I don't think I would have done that. Ah! You were bluffing, and I believed you. No do-overs, I'm afraid. Sorry to fool you. But I'm glad that you revealed your true identity. However, wizards, we have to be on equal ground. You've got to be kidding me. Fine, you've bested me. Alright, I'll talk. I'll need a stiff drink first, though. I got my hands on an excellent bottle of whiskey earlier. Let's have a glass of that. Slante, wizards. Slante? Slant? You're bloody annoying, Senecada. Yeah, I hear that a lot. Are you sure this whiskey isn't poisoned? I got this whiskey before the people from the mansion became hostile to us, so don't worry about it being poisoned. But you know, Priel, you're pretty rough around the edges. Shut up. Who cares about my personality? If you have something to ask me, just ask. But you should understand that there are certain things I can't tell you. Let's talk about your real background. So what organization do you belong to? CIA? MI6? As I said, there are things I can't talk about. I can't just tell you who I work for, moron. Don't worry, I understand. Alright, I won't ask again. How'd you manage to get on the guest list? You made your way onto this island by using an invitation sent to someone else, didn't you? More of the subjects I can't really talk about. But alright, yes. My invitation was originally sent to someone named Sean Dexter. He was knee-deep in problems, and we managed to ensnare him. He wanted to send an undercover investigator to this island, so I cut a deal with him and became his representative. He ended up being hospitalized with a sudden illness. I see. However, the people working in this mansion are quite cautious. It'd be difficult to convince them that you're a relative of one of the guests. Who are you, really? I wasn't lying when I told you I was a physician in Washington. Of course, I'm not doing that work anymore. I only worked as a physician for about a year. What kind of reputation did you have as a physician? What? Why are you asking that? Nothing out of the ordinary. I see. Well, with her personality, it wouldn't surprise me if she had a bad reputation. Why am I really annoyed with you right now? Anything else? Wizards is a rather strange alias. Are you a basketball fan? When I was a student, I used to play basketball, so yeah. I shouldn't have chosen a word associated with Washington. But most people would not associate wizards with Washington. Yeah, most people wouldn't. But don't forget that someone rather special made the connection. Naneko Uzumazaki. She possesses such a unique ability, yet she can't utter a single word without tripping over her tongue. What? Why are you so mean to me? However, Rio, you weren't the only guest with a medical background. Isn't it difficult to deceive others without having the knowledge of an active physician? I was planning to brush up on my studies so I wouldn't be exposed. However, knowing too much isn't good either. It's easier to play the part of an ignorant little woman than that of an outstanding doctor. I see. Anything else? This is very important. Can you tell me about your weapons and skills? I have a Glock 30 with 3 spare magazines, the only gun I brought with me. Close quarters martial arts, hacking, sabotage skills, and so on. I've trained in almost everything. Looks like you can come in handy then, although you're not very well armed. Don't be silly. I plan to use a Glock 42, which is an even smaller magazine size, and I'm quite familiar with it. I didn't expect a large battle to happen, and only plan on using a gun in emergencies. Unfortunately, it looks like a large battle is about to happen. I'm glad there aren't many people from this mansion, but I'm rather worried about that monster. It's a humanoid biological weapon developed for the military. I haven't had to face it myself yet. I don't think we can easily neutralize it. Naneko, what impressions did you have when you saw it? Don't remind me of that all of a sudden. Let me see. As far as I can tell, its movement seems slow, but I can't say anything about because it might not have shown its true power at that time. In other words, you know nothing, Naneko. That's pretty useless. I was in a tough spot, you know. Don't bully her like that. Only I get to bully Naneko. Anyway, if it bleeds, we can kill it. Predator reference. Nice. We should be prepared to fight it at any time, though. Alright. I just hope it won't come to that. That report I read was pretty scary. Are we really going to be alright? Anything else about Riel's background? You're pretty nosy, aren't you? As I said, I'm not at liberty to tell you anything else about my background. Guess I should ask you about some other things. Riel, what do you know about this island? Sorry, but I don't know that much. Of the 3 other investigators who infiltrated this place so far, 2 have disappeared. The only one who returned was not able to discover any detailed information about this island. We found out so far, though, that this is a place based for prostitution, organ trade, and some kind of weapons development. It sounds like you have more than enough information to blow the lid off this place, so why haven't you? Many well-known politicians and business people have frequented this island, so we couldn't expose the actual state of things here in the usual way. Besides, we're after this island's research and development. We're not that interested in prostitution and the trade of organs. Wow, that's cold. Jeez. So you needed to verify the information that had been gathered so far. If your superiors discovered that this kind of biological weapon being developed on this island, what would they do? Something smells fishy. They're hiding something, aren't they? To be honest, I have my doubts as well. Hang on. This is classified information. I can't talk about this, or else I'd jeopardize my position. Don't worry. There's no way that information could leak out in the first place. This is only conjecture, but perhaps one of my superiors is one of the island's clients, who also knew about the island's research. That's what I've been thinking. I see. In other words, the superior who's seen that research wanted to obtain that technology by any means necessary. However, if he revealed all the details, it would be obvious that he was a client of the island's other services. So he made up stories about weapons of mass destruction so that the organization would have reason to seize and obtain that biological weapon. It's just an educated guess, but the more I think about it, the more it makes sense. But if so, I'm just a pawn being used to satisfy someone else's greed. I'm really fed up. I can understand that. Why don't you get a new job? I'm a bad guy. I only do dirty jobs like this one. I've done too many bad things to be able to lead a normal life. Hey, if I can do it, so can you. Well, if you want to turn over a new leaf, stop by my office. We'll talk. I don't think you're keeping your hands that clean either, Akeda. No, I'll keep it in mind. Don't expect anything, though. Yeah! I'd like a sequel to this with Riel as our partner, huh? More about the island. Can you tell me more about the islands? Any minor details are helpful. Anything else that comes to mind? I don't think I knew anything else. No, wait. Come to think of it. For some reason, the research on this island suddenly stagnated 10 years ago. Apparently the flow of special chemicals they were using slowed down to a trickle, but I don't know why. 10 years ago. Does that mean something happened at that time? Perhaps they ran out of money. No. Prostitution and the organ trade continued at the same levels as before, and there were plenty of clients. It's unlikely that they ran out of money. If that's the case, then, what could have slowed down the research? Is it a disappearance of an essential element used for research, or maybe an important researcher who went missing? Is it possible that these murders are connected to that? Can the killer negotiate with the people who from the mansion because they possess something that was lost, like a code? It is possible. If it would allow them to resume the research, they would definitely be interested in obtaining such a code. Maybe that's the unlock code they're after. It could be the reason why Vincent and associates revolt. Why was the killer able to obtain that unlock code in the first place? It remains a mystery. At any rate, I'm glad that there is a possible connection between the research on this island and the killer. Anything else about the island? Sorry, but that's everything I know about this island. Tell me what you were doing before and after Thomas's murder. I want to hear the details. Before I went to the dining hall, I was drinking in the lounge with Jacob. That idiot couldn't keep his mouth shut after a few drinks. He was a real fountain of information. I see. You were spending time with Jacob. I thought that Jacob kept you there against your will, but it actually was the other way around. It's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it. He appeared to be in quite a drunken state, and I was only pretending to drink so that I wouldn't interfere with my mission. So what happened after that? Abby, the maid, told us that the food was ready, so we went to the dining hall. Didn't you arrive late? If I remember correctly, you were the last guest to arrive in the dining hall. Right, Neko? Yes, you're right. Come to think of it, I thought I'd quickly ran back to the guest room building. I went to the bridge, but I had noticed that the heavy iron door was closed. I figured that opening it would take too much time, so I just went back to the dining hall instead. I don't know if he was waiting for me or just took his time in the bathroom, but I ran into Jacob again, and we went to the dining hall together. That's it. I see. So the iron door was closed? Was there anything unusual about the corridor? Unusual. Nothing in particular. No. Come to think of it, I think the iron doors were open at first. Does that mean that someone closed them? The iron doors were open? When was that? I was disgusted by Jacob's drinking, so I pretended I had to go back to my room to adjust my makeup. What time was it? It was before Abby told us about lunch. So it had to be sometime before everyone gathered in the dining hall. Sometime before everyone gathered in the dining hall, so the doors were open at that time. However, when I went to the corridor later on, doors were closed again. That seems to be the case. Someone must have lowered the doors. Lowered the iron doors. There must have been a reason for that. Why would anyone need to close those doors? Did you notice anything about the cause of death or the murders of Thomas and Sir Raymond? If you're talking about my autopsies, I was taking them very seriously. I wasn't hiding anything. Thomas burned to death, and Sir Raymond died of blood loss after he was tortured. Thomas burned to death when there wasn't any fire. Sir Raymond was cautious, but ended up getting murdered anyway. From the perspective of an investigator, what do you think? Sorry, but I didn't really know what to think. The way I see it, the circumstances surrounding Thomas's murder were very strange indeed. And although Sir Raymond was extremely vigilant, he was killed. But if the killer is a trained assassin, they'd have overpowered him with ease. Sir Raymond probably had a gun or some kind of communication device. I don't think he would have had any use of them, though. One more thing, Rio. Did you hear any strange moaning after you arrived at the island and you were escorted to your room? Strange moaning? Yes, I think I did. It sounded like the useless screaming of a half-witted girl. Ugh. Oh, I forgot about her screams. Didn't you hear anything else? A man's groans, for example? A man's groans? No, I don't think I did, but is this connected to any of the murders? I'm only guessing here, but I think that Sir Raymond was captured and killed around the same time we were shown to our rooms. He was tied up and drugged. After the killer had to do was torture and kill him. The killer seems to have harbored quite a grudge against him. But was he tortured in the same room where we found his body? I wonder. Even if the killer was a professional, I don't think Sir Raymond would have fallen into such an obvious trap. If you were Sir Raymond, what would catch you off guard? Someone who wasn't supposed to be there. That could have caught him by surprise. I see. Someone who shouldn't have been there. Who could the killer be? My guess would be that it is a trained assassin. That's all I have to say about that. Have you heard enough? Real, would you happen to know a girl named Aurora? Aurora? Who's that? What does she look like? She's blonde with blue eyes and wears a big blue ribbon in her hair. There's someone on this island who looks like that? I don't remember seeing her, but could she have survived what they did to the girls in this mansion? Well, if you don't remember her, forget about it. Perhaps you shouldn't ask Riel about Aurora. Riel doesn't remember her either. If she was a virtual character created by that computer, it's only natural that none of the other guests don't remember her. But why did Alex react like that when I mentioned her name? I wonder. Never mind. I want to ask you one last thing. I find it hard to believe that an undercover investigator like you doesn't have a way to get in touch with the outside world. Are you hiding anything? Communication from this island is monitored, and they've also set up several jammers. It's not possible to contact the outside world with regular communication equipment. So what you're saying is that it's impossible with special equipment? Well, I have an optical wireless communication device. Communicate directly with satellites by using a high-powered laser. To still avoid any jammers on the island, there's no way the communication can be intercepted. But this device has a major drawback. It can't be used if there's too much cloud cover. Not bad for a stupid little girl. Exactly. It's not a big deal in a normal area, but in the Aleutian, it's a problem. There's cloud cover all year round, so it can't be used to communicate often. Since we arrived on this island, I haven't been able to use it once. And even then, the beam needs to be focused precisely, making it very difficult to use. Still, good to have in case of an emergency. Yes, it'd be really nice to not be dead by then. Also, without conclusive evidence that those weapons are being developed here, nobody will be coming for us. The risk is too high. We're stuck between a rock and a hard place. So, Akeda, do you really think we can survive this? Judging from the cold-blooded ways each of the dead has been murdered, we're dealing with a professional assassin. Oh, and let's not forget about that creature. Hey, I'm doing everything I can, and if things really go south, I'm going to try the healing power of prayer. Stop joking around. What good would prayer do? I've seen enough darkness and evil in my life. If there was a God, this world would be a little bit less wretched. And if God doesn't exist, he does exist. He doesn't get involved in anything. So he might as well just as well not exist. So I don't pray to God. I know I'm the only one looking out for myself. Welcome to the wonderful world of sarcasm. I mean, I don't mean everything I say so literally, you know. She reminds me of someone. Come to think of it, your office is in New York, isn't it? Can you see the Manhattan skyline from there? What's this all of a sudden? Yeah, my office is a great view of it. Kid, if you don't stop lying, the demon will rip your tongue out. Actually, I'm betting the truth a little bit. But I know a few places where you can see the skyline at night. I see. The Manhattan skyline. I've never seen it with my own eyes. If I die, but you make it out of here, please scatter my ashes there. I don't have any friends or family. I'd rather be put there to rest there than 6 feet under. Enough gloomy talk. Also, you can't see the skyline if that's all left of you, some ashes. Come to New York in one piece instead. I don't want to carry around your urn. I don't think all of us will be getting off this island alive. It's alright. If you die and I survive, I'll scatter your ashes on the East River. That's very kind of you, but we're all getting out of here alive. We can have breakfast in Manhattan, hamburgers for lunch, dinner in Brooklyn at night, and finally drinks at a bar. And the East River won't have to be polluted with any of our ashes. I guess that's something to look forward to. I might have had a little bit too much to drink. I'll sober up in my room and come back a little later. Do not reveal my true identity to anyone, okay? Of course, no need to tell me. We'll just pretend that things are the same as before. Don't worry. Actually, I'm more worried about that gloomy girl. Oh, don't worry about her. Naneko doesn't even possess the communication skills that would allow her to talk about that. You... Stop insulting me! But come to think of it, you're probably right. I'll see you later. Phew. At least we discovered her real identity. I'm glad we did, but what are we going to do now? Of course, our next step will be unmasking the killer. In her testimony, we all talked about everyone. If we combine and compare all of the testimonies, I'm convinced that we'll be able to unmask the killer. Could you take a look at this first? Thomas was the first guest who crossed the bridge. We don't know if the doors were open or closed at the time. No, Riel and Jacob crossed the bridge first. Oh yes, you're right. Alright, let's focus on retracing Thomas' steps, as he was the one who was murdered. Riel noticed that the doors were open. Next, Thomas crossed the bridge. Yes, at this point in time the doors were open. But if we base this solely on Riel's testimony, we don't know if the doors were closed before or after Thomas went to the dining hall. This part is definitely muddled. After that, we went through the corridor and crossed the bridge. The iron doors were closed, and nothing was happening on the bridge, right? Yes, I don't remember anything being out of the ordinary. One important fact is that the iron doors were closed, when we moved through the corridor. So if Riel's testimony was correct, someone must have closed the iron doors just before we crossed the bridge. Who could it have been? The iron door is most likely... the killer. The killer probably closed them. Well, only the killer would benefit the doors being closed. But did they go to the bridge just to close the doors? Someone could have seen them closing the doors. Perhaps the killer really wanted to have the doors closed, even though someone could have seen them. It still would have been a lot of work. Let's talk about the murder scene. After we crossed the bridge, we met Abby. Abby told us that she would lock the doors into place. If she did as she said, the iron doors should have been opened right after that. She's a villain and tried to break my bones, so maybe she was lying. But that doesn't appear to be the case. If Akira and Giselle's testimonies are true, the iron doors were opened. So Abby did what she was going to do. After that, Akira and Giselle went straight to the dining hall without anything unusual. Giselle said she went back to her room to pick up her notebook. That's pretty suspicious behavior. Oh, that's right. Giselle returned to her room to pick up her notebook and then went back to the dining hall. The doors were open at the time, and there was nothing strange on the bridge. Alex crossed the bridge next. Alex also testified that there was nothing strange about the bridge. And the doors, that the iron doors were closed. He was the last one to cross the bridge. It's suspicious. Alex could have closed the doors and might have done something to the bridge, right? Is this testimony trustworthy? In any case, considering Riel's testimony, it's clear that the iron doors were closed at this point. We don't know who closed them, for now anyway. But anyone could have closed them, including Akira, who left the dining hall immediately. Only the two of us have an alibi. Or did the people from the mansion close it? It might be possible, but it wouldn't explain why Abby went out of her way to open those heavy doors. If the killer had the people from the mansion close the doors, why would Abby open the doors in the first place? Does that mean that the killer closed them? And Thomas, who stepped out of the dining hall, was burnt to a crisp in the corridor in the guest room building. Judging from both your and Alex's testimonies that the bridge felt warm, it's certain that there was something hot on the bridge. But Alex told me that he didn't see anything unusual on the bridge when he crossed it. It's very strange. If there was something strange on the bridge, Alex would probably have noticed it. This part's still vague. Maybe Alex was just lying? That certainly could be the case, but Riel might be lying too. When it comes to what happened on the bridge, the testimonies of those two are the most suspicious. Considering the situation, definitely. Or could things be less complicated than we were thinking? I think it's best to keep things simple. Perhaps we should focus only on the murder of Thomas. This could be somehow related to the murder of Sir Raymond as well. This is how the guest rooms were allocated. We found Sir Raymond's body in this room. There's nothing particularly strange about that. Is there anything here that points to the killer? I want to try something. What do you want to try? I mean, go right ahead, but... I'm going to go to the room where Sir Raymond's body was found, and I'll yell from there. I want you to listen if you can hear my voice from that room. Are you really going to go back to that room? My knees are shaking again. Haha, that means you're going to leave me alone again? You gotta be kidding. No, you can't be serious. You'll be fine. I'll be gone for 2 minutes at most. Are you really going to go? Calm down, Naneko. Think. It's just stupid kid trying to be funny. Wow, you idiot. Don't you know? I can hear Naneko yelling and screaming behind the door, but I need to check my hunch. I better go to the room where we found Sir Raymond's body. This room is so gross. That putrid dead body smell still hangs in the air. I better get this over with quickly. And Naneko is a bonehead! That should do it. Now to find out if Naneko could hear me. I'll go back to my room. Hey Naneko, I'm done. You can come out hiding. Kid, you idiot. You made me wait almost 1,000,000 years. That long and you haven't had a mental breakdown. Not bad at all. So could you hear me shout? Shout? Oh, you mentioned that. I completely forgot. Ah, sheesh. Well, since you totally forgot about it, I'll just have to go back one more time. Ah, no, just kidding. I remember what you told me. Are you sure? So could you hear my voice over here? I don't think I did. Probably. I'm telling the truth. Would I lie to you? Don't leave me alone anymore, please. If you leave me alone, I'll call you demon scumbag Kid for the rest of your life. Whatever. Anyway, I believe you. But if you didn't hear me, then it's kind of strange, because Alex and I could both hear Sir Raymond's moans. That would mean that the moaning didn't come from the room, but from the hallway instead, maybe? No, I checked the hallway as soon as I heard the moaning, but there was nothing unusual there, and I didn't hear the sound of a door closing. That moaning sound had to come from another room. Then which room did it come from? I think that it came from the room next to this one. The room next to this one? Oh, I have a bad feeling about this. Join the party. If I break into the room next to ours, I may be able to find some evidence there. I knew it. Don't go. Stop leaving behind. Well, come with me, then. To be honest, I don't like that either. Oh, wait. I have a feeling you're going to leave me again. I guess I'll just have to come with you, because you won't be able to do anything without me. That's really helpful, really. What's that smug look? Are you going to pick that lock? Is water wet? Not bad for someone so useless. I guess you'll always have a career in burglary you can fall back on. Alright, I'll clear. I don't see anyone hiding. Oh. Why don't you just turn on the light? It's almost identical to our room. The only thing that's different is that painting. Neko, do you notice anything? Doesn't matter how small. Do I notice anything? Nothing in particular, to be honest. Well, the sheets are a bit misaligned, but only by a tiny bit. The sheets, huh? I don't think it's a big deal. No, I think it is. A handkerchief with initials on it. Was it underneath the bed? DR. The initials DR. Dan Raymond? So this was Sir Raymond's handkerchief. It doesn't have any dust on it. I don't think the killer left it there on purpose. This is important evidence that proves that Sir Raymond was in this room recently. So Sir Raymond was attacked here? But isn't that strange? It's certainly strange. So the killer called Sir Raymond to come all the way to the room next to yours. Then they went out of the room to move him to a different room to kill him. No matter how you think about it, isn't it strange? It's certainly a mystery. Why did they tell him to come to this room? And why did they move him to a different room later? What do you think? I really don't know. Let's see. I might know why they moved Sir Raymond to the other room. When the killer murdered Sir Raymond, they would have known about my real background. So they must have thought that it would be too risky to mutilate him in the room next to mine. That's why they moved him to a different room first. Ew, did they really have to mutilate him? I mean, they wanted to mutilate him so badly, even if it would mean that they would be discovered. What a sick person. They likely harbored a grudge against him. Anyway, even this will not explain why the body was moved. I do not understand why the secret meeting with Sir Raymond took place in this room. There would only be disadvantages to having a secret meeting here. It's as if it had to be this room for a reason. A reason why it had to be this room? For instance, perhaps there's a hidden passageway in this room? That would explain why Sir Raymond was caught off guard. But in that case, it had to be a passageway that the killer knew about, but Sir Raymond didn't. Is it possible that there's a hidden passage here that even the administrator of this mansion didn't know about? It's certainly a little bit unlikely. Or did they manage to surprise him another way? Another way? How then? For example, they weren't dangerous for Sir Raymond? That's the one, because the windows are like sheer cliffs. Perhaps the killer is someone he didn't feel he had to be cautious around. What kind of person could that be? For example, if they were a servant, Sir Raymond would have to be less alert. Well, I suppose so. But then Thomas's murder could also be committed by mansion staff, and the guests were not involved at all. Isn't that a little bit unlikely? Certainly, I'd be surprised if someone from the mansion was behind it. If they wanted to kill Sir Raymond in the first place, they would have done so much earlier. Who else would Sir Raymond not be cautious of? How about a young girl who appeared to be quite weak? A young girl who appeared to be quite weak? That could describe Akira. But don't forget that Sir Raymond was stabbed with a great deal of force. Here I thought I was on the right track. Let's think about other possibilities. Almost thought I had solved the case, though. What if they sneaked in through the window? The window can be opened from the outside, so I don't think it would be impossible. From the window, it would be difficult, even for a professional assassin, since it's always windy. But I guess it's not impossible. In any case, that way it would be possible to catch Sir Raymond off guard. If he was only focused on the door, he might not have been paying any attention to the window. Wow, I just thought about when I almost fell out of my window. I feel as if I'm about to fall again. Hey, let go of me already. You won't fall, so no need to worry. But if they came down to this room with a rope, the killer would have come from the room above this one. So, was it Jacob? Yes, that would make sense. Jacob requested which room he would stay and used a rope to sneak in through the window. In that case, Jacob could have committed Thomas's murder too. But why would he kill his friend? I don't think they were really friends. Probably just acquaintances with similar perversions. Did Jacob have a motive to kill Thomas and brutally torture Sir Raymond? I'm not convinced. Why don't you ask him? You're right. In this case, we should try asking Jacob directly. I called Jacob's room. Strange, he doesn't pick up. Or he's just ignoring his phone. Perhaps he doesn't want to talk. I guess I'll just have to go to Jacob's room. Want to come? Me? Of course I'm coming with you. I'm too afraid of being left alone again. Wait, I'm not sure anymore. Should I stay or should I go? Wait, is this the same sequence? Let's see. If it's the same sequence, whatever. Let's see. I'm gonna... Yeah, don't... Okay. Alright. Is this gonna be the same thing where we find Jacob dead? Is that the number? Okay. So he's gonna be dead. Yep. Alright, this is the same sequence. So is this gonna lead us to the same game over? Alright, hang on. I think... Let's see if this is different at all. Okay, I'm just gonna skip through this and see if it is. I hope it's not like, Alright, hang on. Yeah, this is all the same. All good, I can actually, like, super speed through it. That's nice. So there was the blackout. We just heard some gunshots. Okay, yeah, it's the same. Okay. Same. Alright, same. Oh man, we have to go back quite a bit. Alright. What if I say Thomas closed them? Did he need to close the doors? Because Thomas can't have been the killer, so there would have been no point for him to close the doors. Naneko, you're overlooking one thing. The letter Thomas had on him was probably written by the killer, so instructions from the killer might have been written in it as well. If a good enough reason were given, Thomas would have closed the doors. For example, this is very confidential, so I want you to close the iron doors so the other guests can't make it back easily. I see. They may have tricked Thomas into closing the doors himself. That way no one would spot the killer, and no one could have seen Thomas being killed. Alright, so then, yeah. Alright, I'll skip through the rest of this. I'm gonna make a more recent save. Okay. Alright. This is a pretty lengthy game. I didn't realize how... I thought this was a shorter one, but it's been pretty... Wait, Neko came with us this time? I somehow missed that. I was actually... It doesn't matter. Oh wait, no, this is the same scene. Never mind. Yep. So sneaking in through the window is not right. They picked the lock and sneaked in. Maybe they picked the lock and sneaked in like I did. But I'm not sure Abby, who gave us keys, was in the hallway at the time. I don't think it'd be possible to sneak in through the hallway if she was sending their guard there until Sir Raymond came. Which means there was a high risk of getting noticed, but it's possible that Abby was trying to betray Sir Raymond, so she might not have been protecting him. Well, that's true. If that's the case, I don't think Sir Raymond would have let his guard down. If nobody was sending guard there, he would have been cautious of someone picking the lock and sneaking in. You have a point. I mean, it's not unlikely. I almost thought it's over. What if they sneaked in through the window? Okay, what do we... There appears to be something here. You know, I might need to think about this. It is, like, late, so now might be a good time to close it for the evening. I'll think about this some more, because I think we're headed back to the same bad end, so... Anyway, this was fun. I'm really getting into this story. I'm really curious to see how this all wraps up. So we will pick this up again next week. Alright, see you guys.